the depths of my soul, feeling the loss of control in the spirit, so colorful. If you feel it, then let's go to a place where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise,
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for this afternoon's Matchday Live. It is Luton Town versus Newcastle United with myself and Billy Bob Coleman. We are very much looking forward to this game. Very, very interesting team lineup as well, which we will come to in a minute. But as usual, guys, for the watch-alongs, if you do enjoy what you see today, please do hit the thumbs up button for us. And, of course, if you're new, click the bottom right-hand corner and click subscribe and come and be part of this incredible community that we have right here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. It is subscriber only in the chat, as usual, for Matchday Lives. So if you want to take part, please do subscribe to the channel. And, of course, you can donate to the channel if you do so wish during the Matchday Live show by hitting the $sign at the bottom of the live comments, which will also get your comment guaranteed to be read out. You can also become a member of the Toon Review. Some fantastic members' prizes have recently been given out by hitting the join button just underneath myself and Billy Bob. And you can become a member of the channel. So thank you for all that in advance. Good afternoon, Mr. Coleman.
Good afternoon, Mr. Disburn. How are you?
I'm all right. We'll get straight into the teams, Billy, because there's a slight talking point over the team today. This is how Newcastle United line up. Dubravka starts in goal. Kieran Trippier does play. Dan Burn is at left back. We've got Lascelles and the return and Fabian Schär in the middle. The midfield three is the same, and so is the front three. So no changes there. Billy, Schär is back, but Trippier plays.
Yeah, it looks a fantastic team on paper. And so you look at the fact that the front three have played so many games recently. The midfield three also. Tino Livramento has been the strongest defender. Looks the fittest. He's been rested for some reason. Trippier mentally shot. It doesn't look very good to me, I've got to say.
I think he's left the wrong player out. I think Livramento should have played, but we do have a we do have a pretty strong bench today. Only one goalkeeper, which is Loris Karius. Dummett is there, Botman there, Ritchie, Isak is returning, Kraft, Hall, Livramento, and Alex Murphy keeps his place on there. So a pretty strong bench, Billy, and options for Eddie during the game.
He's got an attacking option there now with Isak there. Wondering how fit he actually is because, of course, he was 50-50 yesterday. Yeah, we shall see. Maybe he'll get half an hour. Wilson definitely needs a rest at some point. So, But at least he's got an option to take him off now, which is good. Be interested to see how Anthony Gordon actually is because, to me, that looks a bad injury. And
it did.
He keeps fighting back from these injuries and fatigue on top. It'll be interesting.
Well, Eddie did say he was sore, didn't he? He wouldn't confirm anything more than that, but bar a bit of soreness after the challenge. So, but I agree with you. I think he was limping pretty badly when he came off. This is how the home team line up. They've gone with Kaminsky, Kabore, Mengi, Osho, Bell, Doherty, Lakonga, Barclay, Townsend, Adebayo, and Brown. So, Andros Townsend plays against us, Billy. But, I don't know what to say about Luton because you just don't know. But I'm expecting quite an emotional start from them.
Yeah, they're a hard-working side. They've got a bit of quality there, but albeit maybe a little bit over the top with Barkley and Townsend. The keeper's very good, actually. When I've seen the keeper, he's been really good. So, it's going to be hard to get the ball past him. Doughty's very good on the left-hand side, attacking. But apart from that, really, on paper, we should have way too much quality for this side.
Yeah,
but the game isn't played on paper, is it?
I absolutely 100% agree. Just an earlier result from today in the Premier League. It finished at the London Stadium at West Ham 2, Manchester United 0. They are slumping down the league rapidly. I think they're 8th at the minute, but, on results today, they could go even further down the table. A lot of people calling for Ten Hag out, Billy, and he's walking a very, very, very thin tightrope right now.
No, Ten Hag in. Keep him there. Give him a 10-year contract.
Absolutely.
Get him there as long as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm with you on that. But, you get the feeling, Billy, his time is running out.
You'd think so. And to kind of do it before a transfer window kind of makes sense also. But, if he hangs on and goes into the transfer window, it's going to ruin the whole season, I think. So long may it continue. Let him stay there.
Absolutely. Jade Devlin, thank you very much for your super chat, my friend. He says, Merry Christmas, boys. Thank you for keeping the year full of great coverage and banter. I've said before, I've not been well. It's amazing the difference it makes to take the mind off it. How are the lads? Thank you, Mr. Devlin. Much appreciated. And Mats, who is celebrating 11 months of membership with the Toon Review, says, resting Tino for trips. Hate to be that guy, but Eddie, I'm watching you. Have a bad feeling about this one. Now, Billy, you did have a bad feeling over the last couple of games. Sorry, just got a lovely comment there. Rolly, good afternoon to you. Hope you're well, my friend. Merry Christmas, Paul and Billy. I'm looking for a fast start today and get in front early and to control the game. Absolutely. Where are you standing now, Billy?
Well, I'm still very much the same. I just think the amount of games, the amount of minutes they've got in their legs, Luton have been pretty well rested. Of course, they didn't finish the game last week through horrible circumstances, but they've played a lot less games. They're not the same quality, but they do work hard, and we have struggled against sides that work hard. Bournemouth, for example, away this season. So it's got that kind of vibe for me about it, and that's why I predicted the 2-0 loss. Yeah,
I have a worry about defensively today because of simply what's going on with Trips. He may turn out and have a brilliant game today, and I hope to God, Billy, that he does. Yeah. Because we need Trippier to be at his very, very best. We need him to be that guy today, just to step forward and lead the team along with Jamal Lascelles. We need the midfielders to be at it, but we need to press them from the start today. I think if we go at them, I think we should win the game. But again, there's the element of risk about it. It's a very, very difficult place to go, Kenilworth Road. And as we said in the previews, Billy, they've given some big teams some really difficult games there this season.
They work hard. This is the whole point. The work ethic's fantastic. Rob Edwards has got them giving their all for the shirt. And when you come up from the Championship to the Premier League, that's all you really want. That's all you can really ask for. And if they can kind of stay up and build a platform for themselves to kind of stay up season after season, that's what they're after. Out of the three that have come up, I mean, until last night, I thought Sheffield United was certain to go down, but they've seem to have a little bit of battle about them now.
Well, of course, the manager's gone in there again, hasn't he?
New manager, yeah.
Wilder's gone back, and may well be that he can put some sort of
galvanise them,
galvanation into the site. Is galvanation even a word? Who the hell knows? Galvanization, yes.
With Luton, Luton seem to be the ones that are most equipped with a work rate. Burnley are a little bit too pretty, not quite streetwise enough. But Luton certainly have the work rate. So it's going to be a hard game for us today. Absolutely is.
Yeah. Jean says, good on Eddie to give Trips a chance for redemption as soon as possible. I can vibe with that. Jam Stasher disagrees. Livermento on the bench. Why? I mean, look, I don't understand, right? And I'm not going to hammer Eddie for this because the game hasn't even kicked off yet. We have to see how the game goes. But we said for weeks on end that Livermento has played to the point where he's undroppable. And I still stand by that. I don't understand how Dan Burn walks straight back into the side. I find that very weird. But again, we talk about Eddie having his favourites, Billy, and I think we've just seen a point in proving today that is the case, because Dan Burn, for me, as well as he's played, he shouldn't walk straight back into left back because Livermento's done absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah, it's rotational. I mean, I expect Livermento to come back in for the Forest game. Yeah. But we're not as attacking now, I don't think, with Livermento not there and and Burn there, I don't see was defensively stronger. Although from set pieces, we may be a little bit more dangerous, and maybe that's the route we're going down today. A few set pieces, headers in the box, and maybe it's going down that route. But for us to win the game, we need to be pressing from minute one and let that go as long as it can until they run out of steam.
Yeah.
And let's hope it lasts a good hour at least before they can make changes and keep the press on. It's got to be press. It's got to be.
Interesting. Barbara says a chance to galvanise sixth spot here today. Yeah, it's a big game. It's a very, very big game. Garant Thomas, thank you for your super chat. He says, happy Christmas, boys and girls. Hope you all at TTR doing a great job. You all at TTR doing a great job and appreciated by all. Thank you so much, Garant. Very, very kind of you. David says, hope we see Hall given a run out later in the game. I don't think we will, given who's on the bench today.
No, probably not.
I might be a little bit harsh with that, but I just don't see it. Bruv Butler, thank you for celebrating 3 months of membership. He says, Merry Christmas, my wonderful TTR family. Hope each and everyone has a safe and wonderful time. How are the lads? And same to you, my friend. We've been linked with Jonathan David today too. Very interesting. Well, look, I think we've covered Jonathan David, Billy, on every transfer show we've done since the takeover.
Yeah, I think Ryan Rare is a big fan of his, isn't he? A fellow Canadian.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just on the Lewis Hall thing, incidentally, the rumours are that had we have played him more this first half of the season, we'd have had to buy him in January, and maybe that's why he hasn't been playing, and that goes for next summer. If it had fulfilled his obligations already, we've had to pay for him in January. So maybe
that's interesting, isn't it? Because but we've needed him. I mean, but then again, they don't want it to go against FFP in January, I guess. Nathan Page, thank you for your super chat. He says Burn has been brought back because of how direct Luton are and their set piece threat. Potentially,
yeah.
Turkish says not only is it rotational, Luton are going to hoof balls into the box, and Burn is a benefit there.
He is.
Toon's Ender Barkley will harangue us all match long. Harangue?
Harangue, yeah.
I think you mean, is it?
Yeah.
I was going to go with harass, but never mind. Those performances from Luton were no mere coincidence. I'm with Billy. Not optimistic about this one as the last 3 ones. Jack says, no, that's not the case. Livermore was just getting a break. It's not evidence he prefers Dan Burn. Well, maybe. But we'll see if it goes against us today. Let's see if you still feel the same. I'm just putting ideas out there. For me, I don't think Livermore has a problem with his fitness, to be honest. And I'd rather listen out of everybody. I'd rather Kieran was rested, not Dan Burn.
Yeah,
So I'd rather Livermore came in at right back. I just think Kieran's head has not been with it, and he's going to face a very tough time today. So I don't know. Andy says gives us a top player with fresh legs in defence on Tuesday, someone who can still get up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not have a fast start. We always run out of steam. Play at a 7, not a 9, but keep it going until the 95th minute. Listen, I think if we all played at a 7 today, Billy, I think we'll win the game anyway.
Well, you'd hope so. You'd certainly hope so. I just think the work rate's got to be at 9 or 10. It really has.
Yeah. NUFC Mason says that he looks to be going back to basics today, at least as much as he can. Yeah, with a back four that he knows and trusts, I guess. Mm-hmm. Darren says, I think Burn is in today because he will be very physical game. His presence is huge. That's what I think anyways. Interesting with trips, but hopefully he has a blinder and his confidence picks up. I think we're all praying, Billy, that he has a blinder, aren't we? We're all really, really praying that he just goes out there and we see the Trippier that we know and love that came to this football club.
I don't want to even contemplate another Trippier mistake, because what that would do to him, what that would do to the fans on social media and potentially in the ground also. Yeah, isn't there thinking about really. Let's hope he has a blind. Let's hope he has a couple of assists and maybe not winning over the wall with a free kick. Let's hope he has the perfect game. But it's a massive call from Eddie. It's a massive call from Kieran as well, I guess. So he's brave enough to do it. We all know his personality will say that he'll want to play. Let's hope it all goes well for him.
Indeed. Dylan Richardson, thank you for your super chat. He says, happy Christmas, lads. Appreciate everything you guys do and the amount of work you put in day in and day out, whether we win or lose, up the TTR and up the mags. Thank you, Dylan. Hope you have a lovely Christmas as well, my friend, you and the family. I just got here, and the first thing I see is Livermento on the bench, which is interesting. Good to see Share back and Isak on the bench. I mean... Share's a strange one for me, Billy, because obviously we know what he's like. You know, he's this kind of Terminator guy, isn't he? That just doesn't seem to pick up long-term injuries. He's, he looked like he'd done his hamstring exactly a week ago, and he's back in the starting lineup this afternoon.
Yeah, he's glute. He's got a sore backside, and he's recovered within a week, which is, it must be a bit of a gamble, but at least he does have cover on the bench in case it doesn't go well. So. Yeah, it's not all doom and gloom on that front. We've got the class of Botman and the youth of Murphy as well. So,
Botman on the bench is crucial, I think.
A bit of cover for him just in case it doesn't go right.
Yeah. Sean Stevenson, thank you for gifting a Toon Review membership. Very kind, my friend. And that has gone to Andrew Patterson. So, Andrew Patterson, you've been gifted a Toon Review membership. Looney Tunes says we need to press their low block to make space for attack. Look how Villa done against the low block last night. All they've done was pass it around with no ideas. And that's where you think we struggle, Billy, and you have done for a long time.
Yeah, and I predicted Villa would struggle with it as well. It's not easy to break down, consistent low blocks. We'd be better at it this year, I've got to say, at home, much better. But away from home, I'm not sure we'll be as much as low blocks as people think. I think they'll be just at our heels all the time. I don't think it'll be a low block as such. Yeah, but it'll be physical, very physical from Luton. They're a very physical side, lots of work, and we've got to earn the right to play today. Really have.
Edward Gaunt, thank you for your super chat. He says, need to win today and against Forest. And then with 35 points, we are back on track. It's a good bench finally. It is a very good bench finally. Yeah, it's nice to see certain players coming back. It's rotation, in my opinion. Tino has played a lot of games. He's needed a little rest. Byrne is the fresher player and has played decent in the last few games. Yeah, it's the other side I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Byrne defensively at all. I'm worried about Kieran. But you know what? I hope he goes out there and proves us all bloody wrong. Andrew says, I feel Luton will be up for this. Try and give that little bit of extra because of what happened to Locklear. Indeed. The Roughyard Bernician says, Merry Christmas to everyone at the Toon Review and all the viewers on the Toon Review. Thank you, buddy, and you have a good Christmas as well. Jam Stasher says, I'm Canadian and I don't want us to go for Jonathan David. He was a no-show during the World Cup. You wouldn't have even known he was playing. He was quiet, actually, in the World Cup last year.
Honest, Canada were full stop. It was only really kind of Alphonso David and Buchanan looked like anything half decent. So, yeah, it's a tough one for Canada. They were a tough group, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Bilbo says, Merry Christmas to all. Billy, you say that we have gone defensively, but every time we do that, we've lost.
That's why I'm predicting a lose, mate. That's why I'm predicting a loss.
Yeah, he has predicted a loss. But listen, I know Billy's predicted a loss, but he still wants us to win. Don't get that wrong. It's just his match prediction, guys.
I hope I'm well wrong. I'm completely out of the questionably wrong, but I've got my doubts.
Yeah. We have been all banging on about rotation and then we moan when Eddie does it. Well, we're not moaning. We're just questioning where Kieran Trippier's head is at. I don't mind if Trippier goes out and has a brilliant game today. Fine. No problem at all. And like I said, I've got no problem with Dan Byrne. I think he's played well enough all season. I think Livermento's unlucky. But if it is rotation, then that's fine by me because we've got another game on Tuesday, remember. So, the games are coming thick and fast over the Christmas period. So it might be, it's good to rest these players, Bill.
No, 100%. Yeah, we've needed rotation for so long now. We're finally getting a few, injured players back. Potentially with more in the next week or 2 or 3 weeks. Will only be by the end of January, hopefully. We'll only be Tonali out. So,
yeah,
it's second half of the season. Hopefully it'll be a good one for us.
Pedro says, let's hope Trips has a fantastic game because if he doesn't, then questions have to be asked. Yeah, look, I think questions will be asked. If he either makes a mistake or doesn't play too well today. We'll see where his confidence is at. But look, what we do know about Kieran Trippier, Billy, is he's a vastly experienced. He will have handled this in the past when his forms took a little bit of a dip. Obviously, we don't know the person. I'm not even talking about his personal life yet. I'm talking about football now. And we'll have to see where he is mentally when he's on the pitch. Jock Barr, thank you for gifting a Toon Review membership. That is incredibly kind. And that free membership has gone to Craig Wright. So well done, Craig. You've got the month's membership for the Toon Review. Ryan says, how must have asked Trippier if he's okay to play today? And of course he said yes. I don't agree with the decision. And as it says, my optimism tells me we're going to thrash this tin pot team, but my confidence tells me Luton Town are a brilliant, tough team at home, and they will make this a war. Well, they won't be frightened to get stuck in. Certainly not at Kenilworth Road, Billy.
Well, even the likes of Ross Barkley at it. So, he was known as a powder puff type player, and not having his head in the game. Since he's come back from France to Luton, he looks like he has, which is, he had so much potential as a young kid at Everton, didn't he? People thought he was going to be the next Gaza and this, that, and the other. Never fulfilled that potential. Been at Chelsea, never fulfilled the potential there. Aston Villa, France last season, even there he wasn't great, but he's come back to Luton. Looks like he's got his head on his shoulders. Last chance saloon for him.
Well, it is, isn't it?
When I've seen him, he's looked pretty good. He's looked pretty good, I want to say.
Now, Andros Townsend, of course, has gone there as well. I mean, he couldn't. There wasn't a queue of clubs waiting for him, but I guess that was more to do, Billy, with clubs worried about his fitness. But he's done all right apparently since he's gone to Luton, and it does give them an option, because if one thing that Luton need is a bit of a Premier League experience, and they've got it through Ross Barkley, they've got it through Townsend now. They've got Tim Krul, who is the backup goalkeeper. He's vastly experienced. So they have got players within that squad now who can use that experience to Luton Town's benefit. Quality
players as well. It's not just a case of people that have played in the Premier League and have been hackers and kickers and what have you. I mean, Andros Townsend, as we all know, was a very good Premier League, international league. He played for England, and he was fantastic for Newcastle when he played for us. So he's slightly over the top, I've got to say, but still, he's got quality in his boots, and so is Ross Barkley. So it's not a case of just bringing in workman-like players; it's quality players they've brought in.
And I think because, certainly with a squad like Luton Town, you would look at Barkley and look at Townsend as very, very senior players in that dressing room. So they'll want to step up because they're senior players in that dressing room and have got the experience over the rest of them. They'll want to prove that by the way they perform on the pitch. So, it does make things difficult for us today.
It's clever recruitment, isn't it? The Burnley, Sheffield United should have been looking at those types of players. Haven't really brought them in as such, but good signings, good players. In the day, as I say, they're not anywhere near the peak, they're well over the peak, but they've got quality and they're clever. They're clever, both clever players. And if Barkley has his head on today, he's going to be a danger. And Townsend, I think, will also be a danger.
Absolutely. Yogi is AKA Jasmine. So Yogi, AKA Jasmine, thank you very much for being a member for 4 months. 4-0. Says Yogi. Have a wonderful Christmas, Paul Billion Stato, and a wonderful 24. And for your channel to go from strength to strength. God bless you all. Thank you, Yogi. That is very, very kind. We've also had 5 Toon Review memberships gifted by Stotty. Stotty, thank you so much, buddy. They've gone to Conjo, NUFC Mason, Joe Maguire, Matty Angus, and Football Matters. So well done, guys. You have all been gifted a Toon Review membership for a month by Stotty. That's really, really generous of you. Thank you very much, Stotty. David says Sesko looks like a player on with the right coaching, can go to the top, and only 19. Could rotate our front three then. Well, he's been linked with us before. Alex has covered him in transfer shows, Billy. And I mean, I don't need to see his stats. I mean, yes for Sesko instantly. Or is it pronounced? It's a bit of a Sean Connery one, this, Billy, isn't it? Sesko.
Yeah, he's gone from Red Bull Salzburg to Leipzig, hasn't he? And he looks a really good player. Like I said, 19, lots of potential there, lots of potential to fill. Would be the ideal third choice striker at the minute. Will he come as a third choice striker?
Letter Speed says we'll go 2-0 up. The second half, they'll score 2, and Gordon will score the winner in the 87th minute. Pedro says this channel is the best for subscribers gifting memberships. Yeah, they're outrageous. The generosity, we've always said this, Billy, that the viewers' generosity on this channel is second to none. It is incredible generosity towards the channel and towards the viewer base. So long may that continue. Boot Boys, thank you for your super chat. Merry Christmas, troops. Hope you all have a great time. Love the show. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you very much, Boot Boys. We're a couple of minutes from kickoff. So just to let you know again, please, no spoilers in the chat as usual. The mods will chuck you out. Look, not many people will probably have be able to watch the game today, so a lot will be relying on the commentary. So please, 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 guys, just, don't put them in. Let's just be sensible and grown up about things. Wait until me and Billy have commentated on it, and then we can all chat about it in the live chat. So thank you very much for that in advance. Please don't ask for any streams either, because we can't give you them. Let's just enjoy this game today as a channel, and hopefully we will be celebrating 3 points. Billy, I'm going to put you into scoreboard mode now.
Yeah.
And then we'll get our stream. Are you using? You'll be using the same one as me today.
Oh,
Billy?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We're in the blue today as well, which is good news.
Yeah.
With yellow shorts.
Yep. Right. I'm just seeing Luton come into, basically taking the line, Billy.
Yeah. View from behind the players now.
Just gone there. Yeah. So I think I'm a couple of seconds behind you, Billy. So you might need to pause it for about 2 or 3 seconds when we kick off, but I've just started the handshake.
Yeah, me too. So I'm slightly ahead.
Well, if you pause it for about 2 seconds, we should be level then, Billy. But then again, we don't know how long we've got it, because if last week's anything to go by, it started rough for the first 20 minutes, and then we didn't have any problems with the stream after that, did we? It was pretty good after that. So let's hope it is. But we got nearly 1,200 watching already before kickoff, guys. Please do subscribe if you are new. Bottom right hand corner. Let's see how many subscribers we can gain today. We started, I think, on about 26,091. We're currently 10 more than that, 26,101 now. So let's see what we can finish the stream on. And please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button as well, guys, because your likes are massive to where we go in the algorithm on YouTube and where we go in the search results when people look for Newcastle United or football channels and things like that. Wow, I've just jumped out my stream there straight away. That's a very good start. You can sod right off doing that to me. Have you still got yours, Billy?
I'm still on, yeah.
Twat. I've got nothing. Let me go to full HD here. I'm sure we'll get a channel very shortly. I'm pleased we're in the blue today, because we haven't played in the blue for a while, Billy.
No, we tend not to do so well in the green either, do we? So,
I hate the green. I absolutely despise the green, Billy. It's bloody awful. Bloody awful is what it is. What it is. Julie's stream says she's still got the players in the tunnel. She's miles behind us.
Well, I'm in the huddle now. We're doing the huddle, and there's a hug from Eddie Howe and Rob Edwards.
Nice.
And Jason Tyndall and Rob Edwards also. Nice banner from the Newcastle United supporters. Get well soon, Tom. NUFC.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Brandon, thanks you. Your super chat. He says, only shy of 300 likes when there's that many watching. 3-1 to Toon. Yeah, people keep forgetting. That's why. Billy, I've got absolutely sod all going on here, matey. So if we kick off, you might have to start us off, bud.
Yeah, we're not far from kick off, because I don't know who the referee is. It doesn't look very familiar to me, I've got to say. But
let's hope he's better. Let's hope he's better than. Tell us when we kick off, Billy, so I can start the clock, bud.
Yeah, we're about to kick off. Now we're off, and off we go. Back to the ball goes to Share, and long ball looking for the left side for Dunburn. Gets a flick into the middle to Wilson. Now Gordon into the area, cleared by Osho, and out for a throw, and it goes to Newcastle very deep in the Luton half. Dunburn takes it, throws back to Bruno. Lob pass forward to no one in particular into space, and it's hoofed away from the Luton defence over the head of a Share into the possession of Jamal Asal. So we'll go all the way back to Martin Dubravka. No pressure, a little bit of pressure actually from the centre forward there, Adebayo. And now it's with Cher clearing it through the middle of the pitch where Wilson picks up. Nice turn from Wilson. Lays it into the path of Sean Longstaff. He's got runners ahead of him, but he's been pressured by Brown, and Brown takes the ball off him. And away come Luton now on the counter-attack. With Barkley, wide he goes to Doughty. Doughty plays it all the way back to the centre half, the number 2, who is the captain today, Bell, not Brown. I called him Brown earlier, but it's Bell. Bell goes past 1 and plays it wide here for Andros. No, it's not Andros Townsend. It's, sorry about the Luton names. I don't know any of them, but
I know that's a difficult thing, isn't it? Trying to get the Luton names because we're not 100% privy to all their names because some of them are quite new to us.
They are indeed. It's with Doughty at the minute. I know him, and it's balls in there for Adebayo. Back to Ross Barkley, just in the Newcastle half. And they've maintained possession for a little while here, Luton. Back with Barkley again. Little spin, trying to get away from Longstaff, plays it square in. The other centre midfield player, wide then for the number 12. And wide he goes to Andros Townsend on his left-hand side, crosses in, looking for the run. Oof, nearly no goal there from Cher. Or was it the Sal's? It's a corner to Luton. And we're 144 in.
All right, I'm trying a different browser, Billy, so bear with me.
Okay.
Billy.
Great cross from Townsend, in swinger with his left. Ooh, good job the Sal's was there, but the Luton player didn't stretch far enough in front of him, or we could have been in danger there. But corner to Luton, lots of big men going forward. Townsend and Barkley are both in the box, even though they're not the biggest of men. Morley's watching Townsend, Bruno's watching Barkley, and it's going to be Alfie Doughty with the corner. Will be an in-swinger with his left boot. That ball isn't in the quadrant. Adebayo's in there. Osho's in there. Mengi's also in there. Here he comes now looking for Luton head. Cleared away from Fabian Cher. Back out to Doughty. Doughty crosses it in again looking for Luton head. This time it's Lascelles who clears it. Nodded back in there by Mengi. And comes all the way out to Lukonga.
Right, I've got it back, Billy, but I'm about 5 seconds behind you. So if you want to pause just for about 5.
What's your time?
2:45.
Right, 3 seconds ahead then.
Okay. Luton get the byline, skipping along. It's still in play, and they've hit the post. I thought it went out. Newcastle are appealing. There was all sorts of... Luton thought the ball had gone out, and eventually the flag has gone up. There was all sorts of problems there. He got to the byline. Newcastle stopped playing altogether. I don't actually know what happened there. That was a massive bit of confusion there, Billy, and could have ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah. Did the ball go out? It was very similar. Yeah, it's well out. That's well out of play.
Yeah. I've gone off again, Billy. This is unbelievable.
Cher's got it at the minute. Floats it wide for Trippier. Takes it down. First time pass. It's missed it. And it's Lukonga. I think it's Lukonga. Plays it through. Looking for the run there. Don't know who he is. He's gone for a shot into the midriff of Dubravka on his near post. Good save. It was Brown with his shots on the left-hand side. Got a bit of power behind it, but it was a bit of a tight angle. Dubravka at his near post took it into his midriff comfortably and held on to it nicely.
Right, Billy, I'm just going to change internets.
Okay.
I'm going on mute, though. I'm going to see if that makes a difference. Bear with us.
Okay.
You just keep going, Mehdi.
It's with Ross Barkley, who looks for Townsend. Townsend's marked by 2. Goes past 1. Got Moyle on his case. Plays it wide. And we go to the return, gets it. Townsend being pressured by Byrne. All the way back he goes. And a ball down the line, well over hit. It's going to go for a goal kick. And the 4th minute is in. Applause is going on at the minute for Tom Lockyer. There's his shirt hanging behind the Luton bench.
And that's good to see. Because it's just good to see what the Newcastle fans did as well, Billy, because the
whole ground are in applause, which is fantastic to see.
We take a lot of flack as supporters from time to time, but it's nice to see. And
the doctor the people that helped him, Philip Billing, the 2 doctors, their names have come up on the advertising hoardings.
Oh yeah, I can see. I've got it back, so right. I'm on another. I'm gone on next door's internet now, my own. So I'm on 458.
Yeah, I'm still at 2 or 3 seconds ahead of you and I.
Right. Miley touches it to Longstaff now. Longstaff forwards the ball to Callum Wilson, holds it up really well, backs a bit into the defender, does really well. Longstaff now back to Bruno. Bruno brings it forward into the Luton half, back to Gordon. Longstaff, he rolls it across to Kieran Trippier. Trippier turns, goes back to Jamal Lascelles now. Lascelles inside to Bruno. Bruno decides to go back to Martin Dubravka. Dubravka then pings the ball out to this left-hand side to Dan Burn, who nods it down nicely to Fabian Schär. Schär rolls it up to Miley. Miley outside now to Dan Burn. Burn brings it forward, rolls it to Anthony Gordon, takes it too big of a heavy touch there, and he's got himself into a little bit of bother, but manages to get a tackle in, and Lascelles gets it across to Trippier. Too much of a heavy touch there from Gordon, Bill.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? And he could have been trouble had he caught the play instead of the ball, but he managed to win the ball back.
Yep. Luton win it back on the far side. Too strong for Miggy there. But Newcastle pressing now. Just standing a bit off.
No press there.
No.
Just now.
Bruno now. But Luton trying to have a bit of possession here as Bruno does the pressing again. And again, you know, we're just setting the shape, Billy. We're not sort of pressing at 100 mile an hour like we normally do, but we've won the ball back now with Bruno. Bruno's got Miley inside. Here is Lewis Miley. Miley in the long sleeve shirt today, rolls it out to Dan Burn on the left. Back to Lewis Miley. Miley's got Gordon in support. He cuts back inside, though, and plays a beautiful ball out to the right-hand side where Kieran Trippier is waiting. Trippier plays it down the line looking for a runner. Longstaff doesn't get it, and Adebayo brings it away for Luton Town, but he's the only Luton player up front. Shrugs off Trippier quite easily there, and now he's got Luton players up with him. Good bit of play there by the centre forward. Some real strong play until his players got up with him. Cross comes in, headed away by Fabian Schär, and Miggy now has the ball, rolls it down to Longstaff. But he's a strong unit, Billy, no doubt about it. Poor ball out by Longstaff as well.
Yeah, it's very bitty, isn't it? You know, it's a wee bit concerning 7 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, Trippier was just rinsed off the ball there quite easily, but that ball's going nowhere and out of play for a goal kick to Newcastle. And, of course, the Newcastle fans behind that goal. 7 minutes and 35 seconds gone, and they were still goalless. Not much to report for real opportunities in the game, Billy. You know, we haven't... well, I don't know whether we haven't started very well. I just think it's been a bit of a itty-bitty start, hasn't it? It just hasn't been free-flowing.
I haven't really started at all, let's be honest.
Yeah. But here's Bruno now, inside his own half. Shrugs off Adebayo. Nice ball to Wilson. Wilson, lovely touch onto Gordon, but his touch isn't great again. And we've lost the ball. And Gordon's had a rusty start, Billy.
Yeah, he has. His two first touches ain't been great, have they?
Not really, no. But Luton are pinned back in their own half at the minute. We are definitely pressing them here. Bruno was fouled there, surely. The referee has somehow allowed play to go on, and Bruno was tripped there. But Luton are coming forward now, and they've got a 4-on-3 here into the penalty area. Townsend, he looks to shoot, and possibly the wrong option there because Fabian Schär was right, or Lascelles was right in front of him. But he's on the ball again. It's out wide now. They've got an opportunity to put the ball into the box. In it comes towards the back post. It's overhit. Will he keep it in play? He certainly won't. Throw into Newcastle United, and
Spurs,
Dan Burn will take it.
Spurs 1, Everton 0, Richarlison.
Wow. Miley's pass, and again, Gordon not quite sort of on the same wavelength there. We just need a bit of the ball here, Billy. You know, we're not knocking it around.
Well, both wide men haven't been in the game at all. They've tried to get Gordon a couple of times, and his touch has been horrendous. And Miggy has, I think, he's only been involved in defensive play. So, yeah, it's not been a great start for Newcastle United.
Yeah. Sorry, Townsend is on this side. He's playing number 30, Andros Town. But here come Luton again. And again, the target and Trippier, Billy. This is interesting because all of their attacks have come down that side. And again, they're in here, poor defending, and they get a corner again.
Yeah, poor from Longstaff, that.
I don't know, Billy, but all of their attacks so far have come down their left-hand side, going to Trippier and Miggy.
Oh, it's Miggy. It's Miggy, yeah.
It's Miggy, yeah.
Good defending from Lascelles, but Doughty did get in there.
Yep. Dodgy start, Billy, I think it's fair to say.
It's been horrific.
Yeah, not great. Coming up to the 10-minute mark at Kenilworth Road, it is still Luton Town at 0, Newcastle United 0. And Luton have a corner here. And in it comes. It's a very sort of weird corner, that. Now, will they get a chance to cross it back in? The whistle's gone. Not sure what for. It didn't look like the ball went out there.
I don't know who he is. I think it was a foul, but I don't know who that referee is. Did anyone know in the chat? I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
please let us know who the referee is, because I haven't a Scooby-Doo. But for me, he's made one error already, Billy, because I have no doubt that Bruno was fouled there, and he allowed play to go on when Luton broke away.
100%, definite foul.
Yeah, free kick has been given. Dubravka pops it across to Fabian Schär, but Luton very quick to come on the press and have won that. That's poor from Newcastle, really poor. Townsend now, and he tried to hook a left foot shot, which we know he's got in his locker, but not this time for the former Newcastle man, and that's on somebody's ceiling, and it drops down into the chimney. Dear me. You don't often say that at Premier League football grounds, Billy.
Yeah, he made the wrong choice there. Ambrose Townsend, a bit greedy for my liking. Well, not for my liking. I enjoyed it, but you know,
he's got it in his locker though, hasn't he? That's the problem.
He certainly has, and he'll be keen to score today, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he'll be itching to get one. Long ball forward by Dubravka, and that looked like a high foot on Wilson there, but again the referee plays on. Good pressing by Almiron, but again Rick O'Shea doesn't go our way. Ball played down the line now, and good covering by, that looks like Kieran Trippier there. That was great play by, in fact, no, it was Fabian Schär. Of course it was. A brilliant play by Schär, and he's got the ball now again. Being pressed, swings the ball out to the left-hand side to Kieran Trippier. Trippier brings the ball down, plays a nice ball inside to Bruno on the halfway line for Newcastle. Bruno now, he's got Almiron outside of him. Almiron immediately back to Kieran Trippier. And Trippier back to Lascelles. Now, this is where we need to just keep a bit of possession, get a bit of the ball, start getting our passing range right, Billy.
Yeah, just take control of the game, and we've got the better players. We should be able to do that, no problems. But yeah, they've been working hard to get the ball off us, haven't they?
Yep, they have. But at the moment, we have the ball, and that's a slack pass by Bruno. Townsend nips in, and that's going to go for a Newcastle throw in deep in our own half. But again, sloppy pass, Billy.
It was very sloppy. Bruno was wanting movement up front, didn't get any. He was gesturing to the players to get moving, and he weren't doing it, so he went blind pass backwards.
Indeed.
Luckily for us, Schär was alive to it, but
yeah. Wilson now has the ball. Good play by Wilson. Again, looked like he was pulled back, but the referee didn't even indicate that he was. Anyway, he's done well. He's got the ball to Gordon. Dan Burn's gone on an overlap. Gordon cuts inside, 30 yards out on the edge of the box to Almiron now. Almiron back to Miley. Miley inside now to Bruno. Bruno sees the run of Trippier, fires it towards Trippier. He's onside. Good header back across the box. Cleared away by Luton. Longstaff takes it down nicely back to Trippier. Trippier plays Longstaff in, whips it across the box. And brilliant defender, but he's won it back, Sean Longstaff. He's played it back to Miley. It's blocked. Miggy has a shot. It's blocked. It's Wilson just wide. Whoa. And a goal kick for Luton Town.
Much better.
Pinball in the box, Billy. Pinball is all I can describe that as.
Yeah, it was much better, though, wasn't it? Getting Kieran Trippier involved. Some nice couple of caution passes with his head from Trippier.
Yeah.
My stream's going to take it now. It's all right. It's back on again. Great header across goal, but yeah, it was a nice move, and they made a mistake also, which is what set us up. Great play from Longstaff. Yeah, a mistake there.
Miley, a little bit. Miley in there, Miggy in there. Callum tried to get a header. Right, I'm at 13:44, Billy.
Me too, exactly the same.
All right, okay, good stuff. I think Callum was contemplating the overhead kick there, you know.
Yeah, but I think he was worried about it.
Backing in there.
Play, yeah.
Could he have done better?
Potentially, yeah. He was getting challenged, wasn't he? He got his head to the ball, but he wasn't that far wide.
Yeah, well, he's offside here, so it's a free kick to Luton midway through their own half here. And of course, good luck to the lady referee today, who's taken charge of the first ever Premier League game by a woman. So I can't remember which game it is. I know it's a 3 o'clock kickoff.
I think Fulham and Burnley. Fulham and Burnley.
Yeah.
She's from Washington, isn't she?
She is, yeah. So hopefully she has a really good game, and good on her. Good on her. It's a massive achievement to get the Premier League standard. Longstaff makes a touch there. Played across by Bruno to Dan Burn. Burn forward to Wilson. Wilson back to Bruno. Bruno certainly looked lively in the first half. He's wanting the ball all the time, which is a good sign for us.
Definitely.
Lascelles, that's poor, but it's managed to go back to Trippier. He's had to play it back to Dubravka. Dubravka being pressed here, and he's holding on to the ball, but he's done very, very well and cleared the ball downfield towards Almiron. Almiron did well there because he waited for the Luton defender to head it down.
Yeah.
And Newcastle on the attack now with Gordon on the left-hand side. Again, Dan Burn makes the overlap. However, he cuts back inside to Bruno, who's in acres of space here. Gets to about 40 yards out. Still, it's Bruno. Doesn't look to be pulling the trigger. Plays it inside to Longstaff. Tries to flick it on. Miley on the edge of the box now for Newcastle. Rolls it back to Dan Burn. Burn goes to Gordon. Back to Dan Burn. Playing a little bit of keepy themselves there. But now Gordon cuts inside. He's caught. But the referee says he didn't even indicate play on. So it didn't even look like an advantage, Billy. He's not giving anything.
No, he's not. No.
However, we still go on. And it's Almiron now to Trippier to Bruno. Bruno looking for help and gets it from Fabian Schär on the halfway line. This is better possession from Newcastle here. Holding on to it a bit better, knocking it around well. That's not good, though. And Luton get the ball back. And it's back to the goalkeeper, who will launch a first-time left foot ball down the field. Trippier makes an interception. Back to Bruno. And now back to Fabian Schär. And we start again. Schär inside the centre circle. Bruno. Good ball out to Lascelles. Lascelles can bring it forward now. Luton do sort of drop off us, don't they?
Yeah, it's low block. Definitely low block. On Trippier watch so far, his touch has been fantastic so far.
Yeah, he's had a very, very good start to the game, Kieran Trippier. Very confident in what he's done, which is a very good sign for us. Here's Anthony Gordon, who is...
that's a foul ref.
That's sort of
he
foul.
He slid through the back of him then.
Some very heavy tackles on Anthony Gordon, and he did well to keep possession for us there. And it's now back with Lascelles.
I don't think the ref's got his whistle, has he? You can't.
Well, I don't think he's. Well, he's given a couple of offsides, but I don't think he's given any free. Well, he gave us one, sorry, for Luton corner, didn't he? He blew for a free kick for that one, but the linesman might give that for all we know. Anyway, it's back with Bruno now, and Bruno's got Lascelles in support. He uses him. Lascelles steps up now, brings the ball forward for Newcastle over the halfway line, back to Trippier. Trippier again has Longstaff this time, rolls it into Bruno to Longstaff to Fabian Schär. Schär will now use Dubravka. Dubravka has Dan Burn in space on this left-hand side. Burn now brings it forward, plays a ball in towards Callum Wilson. Wilson touches it, and that's good hold-up play by Wilson. Lays it off to Longstaff, to Bruno. What a touch that is from Bruno. And now Almiron. Almiron brings it forward to Miley. Miley on the left-hand side now. Now Miggy goes on the overlap, but again we cut inside. It goes to Longstaff. Longstaff's touch wasn't great there. It forced him back a little bit, but he's managed to get the ball out to Trippier on the right-hand side. Trippier now has support from Bruno. Bruno has two Luton players to deal with, and Trippier just goes back to Lascelles. We just get to that edge of the box, Billy, and we struggle.
Yeah.
But here's Fabian Schär on a marauding run. Out to Gordon now. Gordon chance to cross it. He does indeed. Wilson does go for the overhead kick this time. It bounces to Miggy, and he's pulled it back to Bruno. Deflected wide. Corner Newcastle.
It's much better for Newcastle, though. The actual play itself, it's very, very good.
Yeah,
taking control of the game now. Actually, Luton have dropped into a low block, and it's attacked me the defence the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, good block that, because I was very interested to see where Bruno's shot was going there. Newcastle were claiming handball. I think it hit.
Spurs are 2 up now. By the way, Son scored the second.
Wow, who were they playing today?
Everton.
Oh, good. I'm not bothered about Everton at all. How are you, matey? You know, you've got 6-packs these days. The football shouldn't hurt. I remember back in the day, the training, Bill, you know, there was old medicine balls that they used to use in the gym.
Yeah.
You used to bounce in stomachs. They did that to us in pre-season with the ice hockey. Not a nice experience. Anyway, corner for Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier has now. And good play by Gordon. That's a beautiful ball in from Gordon. And what a save by the keeper. Callum Wilson from 4 yards out should have scored, Billy. That is a sitter.
Has to score. Keep it as well to keep it out, but he has to score there. He's on side as well.
He's on side. Literally 6-yard box. He's got to score. He's unmarked. I mean, it's a great save. Don't get me wrong. Doubt was, well, no, it's straight at him, actually.
It's literally straight at him, and if he puts it a yard or either side of him, it's a goal. It's simple as that. Should be 1-0.
Should be indeed. However, it isn't, but we do have a corner. And this is more like it from Newcastle. Just starting to up the ante a little bit here. As we come up to the 20-minute mark. Kieran Trippier with his arms in the air here. In comes the corner towards the back post where Dan Burn is. And I think that should be a corner. No, says the referee. It's a goal kick. So it comes to nothing, unfortunately, Billy.
Yeah. Poor set piece there. But the moves before that was an excellent move again. This time we get Gordon involved. I'd like to see Almiron get a bit more involved and stretch the pitch. It's a small pitch as it is, so that obviously if we can use the wide men as much as we can, it'll definitely give us some advantage.
Yeah, indeed. Luton have a goal kick. I mean, what the goalkeeper did was well from that header was, Billy, pushed it away from Wilson so he couldn't sort of, rebound, didn't fall on. But Luton have a chance now with Townsend breaking forward. Cuts it back. Good bit of play by Andros Townsend. Luton bring it forward to on the right-hand side now. Trying to go to the byline. In comes a cross. It's right the back post. Dubravka does really well. It's brilliant from Dubravka because he really was at full stretch to claim that one. Diving off to his right. To grab the ball, and he held on to it. Really good goalkeeping.
Yeah, outstanding.
And again, that's a poor little pass by Bruno, but good work by Longstaff to win it back. Miley now for Newcastle. Deep in his own half. Again, very calm from the youngster to Fabian Schär. Back to Bruno. Bruno's done that a couple of times, Billy, where he's just under-hit the passes there.
Yeah, playing football in the wrong areas, isn't he? Yeah, playing football in the wrong areas, really, there. But
Luton have it back again. And Townsend, long ball into the penalty area. And, well, I'm not sure who he was trying to find there. Longstaff does well to get the ball. Now to Almiron. Tries to spin around and have a run at Bell. Plays it down the line. Longstaff's kept going. Longstaff now. Good run from Sean. Pulls it back for Miggy, who's got Bruno inside. This is much better from Newcastle.
Yeah.
Much, much better. Bruno pointing where he wants someone to go. Dan Burn now. To Anthony Gordon, to Lewis Miley. Miley, good turn. Gets away from Townsend, heading towards the byline. Clips it back to Gordon. Brilliant work from Lewis Miley. Gordon will send another cross in this time. It's too deep for Wilson and out for a goal kick.
Instant little tactical switch from the past couple of games is Miley's playing the left-hand side of the midfield today.
Yeah, he is.
On the right.
And to be honest, it's working so far. Now we seem to have got our act together after a bit of a slow start. Things are starting to happen on the pitch for us.
Yeah, 23 minutes in and Forest are down to 10 men. Willie Bowley's been sent off.
Oh, dear.
Good start for Nuno.
Nuno Espirito Santo, the new manager, of course, at Nottingham Forest. As Mr. Edwards, the Luton manager, walking up and down his coaching area, a little pensively there, but good header won that by Jamal Lascelles again. Towering header by Jamal Lascelles.
Willie Bowley, of course, will miss our game Tuesday now.
He will indeed, yes. As Luton have the ball. Long ball across to this their right-hand side now. Over the halfway line they come. Good work by Anthony Gordon again, tracking back, making sure that he has to turn back. Luton again will now have to go back to the goalkeeper and restart their attack. Long ball up the field. Burn is underneath this for Newcastle, and it's going to be a throw into Luton just over the halfway line. But as for goal mount chances, Billy, I think we've had the better. Obviously, Callum Wilson's header, he really should have scored.
Yeah, really should have scored. Two chances for Wilson with his head. But one was a real clear-cut one that should have been taken.
You'd expect Callum to score there as well. 100%. Just put it either corner and we're 1-0 up. But at least he's in there. At least he's got a header on it. And, we know that Callum will keep going. He won't let that affect him. Definitely not. As it's back with the Luton keeper again. And he goes long once again, pumped up the field. Lascelles, again, very, very strong and wins the ball. But Luton get it back. I mean, Luton seem to be trying to pass the ball around as well, Billy. It's not sort of hit and hope from them, is it? They are trying. Yeah. Doughty running right down the left-hand side, and he's going to get another corner for Luton Town. Good run from the full-back there. And good defending from Kieran Trippier just to block it, but it is a corner. And Luton will feel that set pieces are going to be very important for them today, Billy.
Yeah, they've got some big men, haven't they? 3 centre-halves who will all go forward for this corner. Of course, we've got a lot of height there too. And as we see there, Dan Burn is dwarfing their centre-half. Yeah,
I think Doughty's I think he's done for the game. He's absolutely knackered. He's on his hunches there.
He is, yeah.
That run's really took it out of him, but he's going to take the corner. And I'd be hoping for a bit better than the last corner, which, of course, didn't beat the first man. This one is a better one. And it's in! And it's Andros Townsend at the back post. The marking is dreadful. And Luton Town have taken the lead against Newcastle United. And it's the former Newcastle player, Andros Townsend, Billy. But where were the Newcastle defenders at the back post, which has been a thorn in our side all season?
This is the problem when you play a centre-half at left-back who has to mark one of the big men. You need someone at the back post to kind of cover for him, and no one did. And Andros Townsend, ex-Newcastle player, celebrated. Don't like to see that.
I don't think there's any shade of offside at all here. And he's gone and picked his captain's shirt up and he's brought that, waving it around the crowd. Lovely touch from Andros Townsend there. But I don't think there's going to be a VAR check. I think it was just flicked on, Billy.
Absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with this.
No, he's well onside. Well onside. Miggy's playing him on.
Yeah.
But where's the defending?
Just look who's closest to him, and you'll see it more here. Watch who's closest. Moldy's watch, but the player behind him. We can't see from there, but there you go.
Kieran Trippier, he's miles. He just didn't pick his man up.
Yeah, back post again.
Oh, that's poor. Again, back post, Billy. We've been penalised so many times at the back post, and it's happened again. Luton Town lead 1-0, and they have a goal kick. Now, what will that do? It'll either kick us on, Billy, or our heads will drop.
Well, we shall see. We just started to take a little bit of control of the game, and a set piece has undone us. And yeah, it's poor defending. I've got to say, really poor defending.
I mean, Townsend couldn't miss. He just couldn't miss. 26 and a half minutes gone. Not the greatest news. And again, it's happened, Billy, when we were sort of, on the incline in the match. We were starting to knock it around really nicely, playing some good stuff, couple of chances, and then they go and hit us with a bloody set piece.
We're taking control of the game, really. We looked the better side, creating them, looking the more dangerous, and then a quick break led to a corner, and then before you know it, we were 1 down. And yeah, it's a poor goal to give away that.
Dan Burn intercepts, but it bounces straight to Andros Townsend now. Townsend, good work by Lewis Miley to win it back. Gordon, good control, plays it back to Dan Burn. But again, Luton are fired up. Look at the pressing from Luton here. Absolutely, but good bit of play by Newcastle to play us out. Longstaff to Almiron. Almiron keeps his balance well, holds onto the ball, into Gordon. Gordon plays a little 1-2 with Miggy, who goes back to Dan Burn. Burn plays it inside to Bruno. Bruno back now to Fabian Schär. And I'm stuttering again, Billy.
Yeah, Trippier has it now. We did really well to get out of the press there, Newcastle. It's with Bruno in the middle of the park. Cuts inside 2, looking for a pass. We'll play it wide for Dan Burn. Dan Burn takes it into control, cuts inside Townsend, plays it back to Schär. Deep in our own half here. Schär has it. At walking pace into Longstaff. Square to Bruno. He's got a man on him. Bruno's fouled, it looks like.
Well, I'm back on, Billy, and I'm at 28 minutes.
Oh, yeah. You're ahead
so
of me,
I'm a few seconds ahead of you now, but I've gone to full HD, so we'll see how long that lasts for. Okay. But obviously, Billy, you'll see it just after me anyway, so it kind of works out when it's like that. We have a free kick here, which we are going to launch towards the penalty area. Long ball from Dubravka. Tries to find Burn, but Burn's beaten in the air, and in fact, we're offside. That's poor. You shouldn't be offside from there. That's not great.
They potentially weren't expecting that kind of a tactic, but they're going to do everything now to kind of keep us out, aren't they? So,
of course they are. Yeah, they're going to play every trick in their book. But offside from a free kick as long as that, I mean, it's not great. But we'll see how this game goes, Billy, to see if Eddie Howe does have a plan B or anything like that.
I do worry about the fitness. I mean, if we have to try and push to get back in the game,
yeah,
I do kind of worry about it. And this is why I predicted what I did predict, I've got to say.
Lascelles again, towering in the air, wins a brilliant header. Wilson tries to bring it down, but he's kind of out-fought there. Doherty now on the far side, clips it forward. Ball stays in play. Lascelles is there, and Lascelles does really well. The play goes on, though. Luton at the byline now. Not many orange shirts forward, it's fair to say. Only 2 or 3 at the moment, but they have got a bit of possession in the Newcastle half here. And, of course, they will so much be revved up for this. That was a very, very strongly hit ball out to the left. We did well to keep it in. And Luton now just keeping possession of the football. We're trying to force them back here and win the ball back, and we do through Lewis Miley. Miley's shirt was pulled there, but again, I think he's given a free kick for that.
I should think he bloody well did, no?
I mean, nearly ripped the shirt off his back there.
It should be a yellow card for that.
Well, you would have thought, Billy, but some referees seem to leave the cards in the dressing room. Some have more than one in the pocket because they just use them. Headed on by Trippier. That's going to be a throw into Newcastle midway through the Luton half. Trippier will take it quickly, looking for the run of Sean Longstaff. Longstaff at the byline falls over. Goal kick to Luton. He's got to be stronger there, man. I mean, he's tried to win a free kick, Billy, and Barkley, all he did was just shepherd him out.
Very poor from Sean, that. Very poor. And especially in such an attacking position as well. I don't know what he was expecting to get gain from that. I really don't.
I've just seen the goal again. It's poor. I mean, Trippier's not marking Townsend, to be honest. I mean, nobody's marking Townsend, to be fair.
No, but with the full view of it all is Trippier, isn't he?
It is, but I think there's certainly going to be questions asked through all the defenders there about what, who was supposed to be picking up who. It's just too easy, that.
It really
just an old school corner flicked on and then score at the back post.
It's the old school Arsenal corner, isn't it? Tony Adams flicks on the near post and someone at the back post comes in and knocks it in. It's it's early 90s football, that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I want to see more from Longstaff than that, Billy. I mean, going to the byline like that, be strong. Try and get a crossing. You probably win a corner at the end of the day.
And I want to see more of them. Let's be honest. It's we've had little bits of spells where we've looked okay, but
yeah,
they seem to not want it as much as they do.
Ross says Trippier not tracking runners. Miley unable to head the ball. I'm done with Trippier. Performance can fluctuate, but desire is non-negotiable. Here is Fabian Scher to Dan Byrne. Byrne into Miley. Lovely little flick for Anthony Gordon. Plays it back into Bruno. That's lovely football from Newcastle. And Bruno now brings it forward. Rolls the ball. Terrible ball. And Luton win the ball back. But Bruno has it back now through a bad pass. 64% possession for Newcastle so far. But we've had one decent attempt on goal through Callum Wilson. Should have scored. We haven't. And then Luton came down the other end and punished us. And here's Andros Townsend. Again, they've got runners down this right-hand side. Luton gaining confidence as the half goes on, but that's an awful ball. And Miley intercepts nicely, and Newcastle can get on the break. But we don't break out quickly, and Bruno loses the ball sloppily, Billy. That's not great.
No options in front of him there, was there? He had nothing to aim for whatsoever. And
Callum Wilson's having a word with him there. I don't know whether Callum had made a run because he was out of camera shot, so I don't know, but it was sloppy. But here come Luton again. Down this left-hand side now. Played it back. It's about 40 yards. He's going to have a crack here. It's a very good effort. It's hit the crossbar. And luckily, it bounces down for Dubravka. It was Ross Barkley. He's hit a thunder shot from 40 yards. Dubravka beaten. But luckily, those, Billy, I've seen bounce back down off the back of the goalkeeper and in.
Yeah, we got away with one there because that could have easily hit Dubravka's back of his head and gone back in the net. What an outstanding shot from Barkley.
Incredible effort, but we got so lucky that it didn't, because it hit the bottom of the bar, and the way it spun out could easily have hit the back of Dubravka, but luckily for us it didn't. But my God, that had him completely beaten there. Sloppy football from Newcastle. Bruno, I mean, we've got a free kick there, but again,
we're not at it, Paul. It's as simple as that. We're not at it. We're not up for the fight. They want it more than we do.
Yeah. I mean, we could play all the pretty football we want, but we said this on the preview and in the fan forum last night, Billy, that, we have the better footballers, but if we don't match the desire,
exactly.
Playing pretty football will get us nowhere.
You've got to earn your right to play the free football. You've got to earn your right to play the free football, and we haven't earned our right at all today.
Not at all. Here's Ross Barkley. Good pressure from Longstaff. Long ball out to the left-hand side. That's a good play from Lascelles. Almiron now. Bruno. Back to Almiron. Has to go back to Fabian Scher. Again, brilliant pressing from Luton. Very interested to see if Luton can keep this sort of pressing pace up as well, though, Billy.
It's easier at home to do it than away from home. This is the point,
That's not a great pass from Kieran Trippier, and Luton have the ball back now. And again, he will just launch, not the greatest of kicks, but it manages to find Ross Barkley, and he will drive Luton forward. Bruno's just jogging there, but he's struggling to get back.
Yeah, it's a great ball as well. What? Hey, come on, get it away.
Yeah, it's with Townsend. He clips it across now, and Lascelles is there. And Lascelles will bring it out for Newcastle United. And I think he's blown for a... No, he hasn't. He's played on. And it's Miggy on the ball now.
Lascelles is down.
That's an awful ball from Almiron. I don't know who he was looking for there, but it's just gone to absolute... He's trying to play Anthony Gordon in, but Jamal Lascelles is down, and he's holding his...
thigh, yeah.
It looks like his thigh.
Did they hit the post? I'm sure they hit the post then.
I don't know, I lost my stream for a few seconds, Billy.
I'm pretty sure they hit the post.
Barkley's
pass here is outstanding.
Yeah. Oh, what a ball that is. Oh, great save by Dubravka. That should have been 2-0. That's a poor finish, actually, when you think about where he is there. And he kind of scuffed it. But Dubravka, all he can do is make the save, and he did. Brilliant save with his feet. Oh,
We're
that was 2-0.
Barkley. But Barkley's the key to all of this. He's pulling all the
is.
strings for Luton, and that bit of play there was bloody brilliant stuff. You got to say, he's showing stuff that we thought he'd give 10 years ago, but never did. Unfortunately for us today.
I'm at 35-45, Bill.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I mean, that was, Brian, we're not being negative, matey. It's not good. It really isn't good, this at all. We've got to.
Well, if you want to be positive about losing 1-0, Brian, to Luton, I don't know how you're supposed to do that,
No, it was interesting there, Billy. Just looking at how Lascelles got injured, he kind of slipped before he passed the ball. And he's kind of
get him off.
Hopefully, he's just jarred his hip or something. Oh, he's coming off. He's taking the armband off. He's off. So Sven Botman will come. So we are going now with our tried and trusted centre backs. Botman and Shea are reunited, guys.
Looks like Isak's coming on.
Isak's coming on as well. So who else is injured?
Potentially Gordon, potentially Wilson. It'll be one of those two, I guess.
I mean, just Jamal Lascelles is off. On comes Sven Botman, and I think Bruno's gone off, Billy.
For Isak?
I'm not sure. I'm sure I've just seen Bruno run. He might have gone for words with Eddie Howe. Let's just wait and see. I'm just seeing Lascelles here. I'm trying to see who else is coming on. He's took Lewis Miley off.
For Isak?
This is tactical, Billy. This is tactical, clearly, because Miley doesn't look injured to me.
Be interesting to see how we load up now. I mean, this is definitely a new formation coming here.
Yeah, Miley's not injured at all.
We've gone to a 4-4-2. We've gone to a 4-4-2.
Hey, you know what? Well done, Eddie. We've asked him to do it, and he's done it on the 37th minute.
Yeah, 4-4-2.
Toon Gamer, thank you for your super chat. Getting overrun in midfield. Yeah, at the moment we are. But I'm just trying to see.
It's 4-4-2.
Yeah.
We're getting over in midfield. It takes a man out of there. It's a brave decision.
It's a brave decision. It is a very brave decision. But look, he's done it. He's done it. And we've been asking him to change it. Has he a plan B? This was obviously a plan B. Yeah. But my fear is, it's the midfield. We've now got one less man in the middle where Luton were kind of overrunning us.
Mm-hmm.
Over 2,000 watching, guys. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Please come and be part of this incredible community on the Toon Review. Thank you so much for joining us. As it's back with the Luton keeper now.
Callum's running in treacle, by the way. He really is.
Sorry?
Callum's running in treacle there.
Yeah. Here he is on the ball. Now then, what can we do? Longstaff inside to Bruno. Bruno to Fabian Schär. There's another Newcastle player on the haunches there on the right-hand side. It's Miggy limping now. Miggy's limping on the far side, Billy.
Well, you keep playing them week in, week out. This is what happens.
I mean, Bruno literally sandwiched there. That was a Bruno sandwich. Well and truly. Clean my teeth with a hedgehog, Billy. This isn't going well. But we do have a free kick here where Miggy is limping quite substantially, it's fair to say.
Yep.
But now Trippier has a real good up. We've got some big men in that box. We've got Botman, we've got Isak, we've got Byrne, we've got Schär. He has to aim for one of these players. Some very, very good height in that penalty area, Billy. Indeed. I mean, Gordon's no little man either. Look, if you look along that line there.
No, he's not.
In comes Trippier's free kick. It's to the back post, and it's headed wide by, I believe, Fabian Schär.
He thinks it's a corner. I thought it was as well, to be honest.
We've just seen it again. In it comes.
No.
I think I think we're being very optimistic there. We've just seen it again. Nah. He should have done better with that header, to be honest, Fabian Schär there. Not really a strong challenge on him, Billy. But 5 minutes to half-time. It is not the greatest of news if you've just joined us. It's Luton Town 1, Newcastle United 0. It could so easily have been 2 or 3, to be fair, because Luton have hit the bar through a fabulous effort from Ross Barkley, and Dubravka's pulled off a brilliant save with his feet. It could easily be 3-0, this, Billy.
Well, we should have scored as well, to be fair.
Well, yeah, so I'll go with 3-1 then, yeah. Isak now, nice touch to Longstaff. Longstaff on the halfway line. Loses the ball. Again, not strong enough from Sean Longstaff at all. He's got to be stronger there, Billy, especially when we had men available. That's a lovely play from Luton. And again, coming down this right-hand side. Townsend now delays the pass. Cuts back inside again. Again, Luton showing a bit of confidence on the ball now. That's a shirt pull by Gordon. He gets away with it. But Luton still have possession.
Barkley's really pulling the strings, isn't he?
Oh, they are playing some nice stuff. And it's Doherty on the left-hand side.
It's a foul left.
With Trippier. Well, I think it was Sixton doesn't have it. It's in the box again. Adebayo barges his way through. Back to Townsend on the edge of the box. Looking for a shooting opportunity. Gets it! Dubravka down to his right to make the save. We have got to get better here, Billy. This is just simply rotten.
Yeah, I agree. You know.
It's awful football. We can't even string a pass at the minute.
I'll take no pleasure out of saying this is what I thought would happen. I've got to say. I'll take no pleasure in it. Absolutely none whatsoever. It's painful to watch this.
We just can't get going. We just, I just don't know what it is. Wilson, good hold up that by Callum Wilson. Again, having his shirt pulled, but the referee wants none of it. Longstaff to Almiron now. Breaks over the halfway line. Almiron gives it to Isak. Just over the D now. Isak plays it out left. It's a rotten pass, but I believe that was deflected. And we get the throw in with Dan Byrne. Byrne now back to Bruno. Yeah, I think that's just a standard first half warm-up, Billy. Byrne down the line now to Anthony Gordon. Gordon spins back onto his right foot. Gordon, again, no cross comes in. Goes back to Sven Botman. Botman now. Across to Fabian Scher. Mark Neighbour, thank you for your super chat. He says, not a Toon fan, but really enjoy your content. Found you guys midweek intelligent and very fair in general. Keep pushing, guys. Thank you very much, Mark. Much appreciated. And thanks for watching the channel, mate. Here's Kieran Trippier now on the right-hand side. Inside. And Almiron's in acres of space. And he what on earth was that?
Well,
I'm sorry, Billy. That is just goddamn awful.
He could have took it first time. He refused to take it first. Or could have took it there.
Look at the space he's got.
Oh, yeah, it's poor.
Wow. That's horrific. I mean, that is, you know what? That is just generally awful. And, nah. Wow. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear. I mean, the space he found himself, he did brilliantly to find that much space, but then, you just no quality at the end of it again. And again, we're getting out muscled in midfield there. And it's clipped out to the right-hand side. Luton come forward again. Townsend makes a good run. He doesn't use him.
What we're seeing today is people giving up after one kind of challenge. The attitude's not right today. It's
no, it's not. Well, it's not in the minute. I mean, Eddie's got a job to do at halftime.
Yeah,
he's got to. We have to change this. This is just garbage.
Well, he's already changed, hasn't he? He's just already made the change, and the desire just isn't there. There's no urgency, no heart, no desire. I mean, look at this. How much time are they giving the defender here? Luton are winning this on just work rate alone. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Anthony Stafford, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, my friend. That is very kind. As Luton Town get a free kick on the halfway line, they've gone to Toonami, Saracens, Chris Gruenwald, Tony Tynebridge, and Colorado Magpie. You've all been gifted a free membership from Mr. Stafford there. Thank you so much. Oh, dear. Toon Gamer, thank you for your super chat. He says, team looks lost and doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, we just haven't got it together here. And you know what? We've got a very good 11 out there, Billy. I mean, it's Luton Town. I mean, it's not, but we haven't matched them for desire. We haven't matched them for it. No, they've wanted it way more than us in this first half. Way more than us.
There you go.
Barkley again winning a 50-50 with Longstaff this time. Lovely ball out to the right-hand side. Good control. Townsend wants the ball. Doesn't get it. Byrne intercepts. Nice bit of play by Byrne. Now Anthony Gordon brings it over the halfway line for Newcastle United. Can we see a bit of quality here?
Caught.
No.
Gonna get caught.
Wow.
He's not fit. I'm telling you now, he's not fit.
He doesn't look fit at all. We've got the 45 coming up now. And we'll see shortly how long's left. Townsend ball into the box is headed away. 3 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half.
Since we've gone to 4 in the midfield, Bruno's totally gone out of the game. Gone out of the game.
He has. He is on the ball now, however.
Coventry lead at Sunderland.
Get in. Long ball forward, looking for Almiron here. What can Callum Wilson. Good
Great
strength from Callum.
Yeah.
But there's nobody in the box. He's tried to clip it into the box. There's nobody there. Luton clear it, throw it into Newcastle. But it is deep in the Luton half here. And it's now Bruno. Bruno spins. Good turn by Bruno. Inside to Sean Longstaff. Back to Botman. Across to Fabian Scher. Scher brings it forward. Scher still going. Reluctant to have a shot, though. Gives it to Trippier. Back inside for Bruno. Bruno looking for options. Only one is there, and that's Dan Burn. And he has to go back to Sven Botman.
Look, they're all standing. There's no movement at all in front of him.
Here's Isak now. Back to Dan Burn.
Look at them in the middle of the pitch there.
Oh, lovely play by Isak. Oh, he just couldn't set Gordon away, but he's got it back to Bruno. Back inside to Isak. Outside now to Kieran Trippier. Can Newcastle get level before the break? Fabian Scher now. He will be able to low ball into the box. Is smashed away into the heavens. And Luton Town win the ball back. But good work from Bruno. Sven Botman now. Newcastle turning up the heat on Luton here towards half-time. Bruno just currently in the centre circle. Rolls it across to Fabian Scher. Scher back to Sven Botman now. Botman back to Scher. Look, Scher looks ahead of him. Doesn't see anything. He's got to go to Trippier. And Trippier's going to have to come all the way back to Botman here.
Never seen us so static. Never seen us so static. This is Steve Bruce-esque, this is, I've got to say.
And Scher now. Here is Isak, who's looked lively since coming on. Great strength from Isak. Through ball to Wilson. Good defending by Luton. And the keeper comes out and claims it. And a little bit of nasties with Callum Wilson there.
It's the goalkeeper. I think he thinks Callum Wilson's left his foot in.
Callum was entitled to go for that, I think. I mean, it was one of those, wasn't it? But Isak's looked very lively, Billy.
He has indeed. Oh, just anticipate. He didn't anticipate the ball going through, did he, Wilson? There, I don't think Wilson did anything wrong there.
He hasn't.
He's pushed the player. He ain't done anything.
Yeah, he tried to flick the ball out. There's nothing sinister in that.
No, absolutely not. I don't know what the game was playing at there.
The goalkeeper, yeah.
No. Absolute knob.
And of course, Callum Wilson is not going to back out of a. What's he looking at his hand for?
What a twat! What an utter idiot!
Yep, indeed. But Kaminsky now launches the ball forward. We've had the 3 minutes now, and indeed that is half time. And again, nothing great to talk about for Newcastle United. Callum Wilson may or should have put Newcastle ahead before Luton scored. But it ain't been great after that. It's been absolutely rotten. And Eddie's got his work cut out from here. There's no doubt about that. Ross Barkley has, influenced Luton. And we spoke about him before the game, Billy, and said he could play a big part for Luton today. That's exactly what he's doing.
Well, the two players with quality have been kind of the ones that scored the goal, and the other one's been pulling the strings. The weak part for me is the desire and the urgency that we're not showing, and it's something that we never do. Even at Bournemouth, we put a bit of effort in. Yeah. Not been enough effort today. They're outworking us, winning it more than us, winning every second ball, winning every 50-50. It's a poor show. It's a real poor show.
I mean, I don't know where we go from here, Billy, because we've asked Eddie to make changes and see if we have a plan B. And to be fair, he's done the plan B. He's changed it to 4-4-2 now. But the problem is, Billy, we're so unused to playing 4-4-2. It's obviously going to take us a while to get going.
Well, you know, we were getting over with 3 in the middle of the park, and now we've got 2 in there. I'm not sure where the kind of control comes from, but we shall see. We do need to kind of up the ante. We need to up the effort, up the work rate, but I don't think we've got the energy to do it.
Billy, are you okay to do a review tonight with me?
What time at?
7?
I can't do it at 7, no.
What time?
6 maybe. Do it at 6.
Right. Okay. We'll do the review at 6 because we'll not get time tomorrow. We'll have it. Okay. Christmas Eve will be off tomorrow. So we'll do the review at 6. So that should be fine. That should be fine. Bear with us 1 second, Billy, if you want to read a couple of comments out, buddy.
Yeah, I will do. I'll read a couple of comments out. DK says, Eddie's game plan is working perfectly. I don't know what the fuss is. Give them the ball and don't have any possession. Well, I think we've got, I think we've had more possession, but we don't do anything with it. Like Ross says, disgusting sideways and backward slow football. No creativity. It's all too freaking slow, just like every other away game this season. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair to say. Peter says it's been a horrible first half. No press, no holding possession, and not wanting the ball. Mickey is dreadful, and Wilson isn't great, but we have nothing to change it. Well, yeah, it's expected, of course. Liam says, what was Stato saying? Longstaff has been awful. He should have been taken off instead of Marley. I tend to agree with that, actually. I do agree with that. Geordie lad, you bang on. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet. Absolutely not. This type of football is becoming a habit now, says Stephen. January can't come quick enough. That's if we spend money, of course. We need people in January, not an option anymore. A striker, goal in right wing, or we're going to struggle to get top 5, says Paul. I agree. Shana says, I haven't won a long stuff aren't good enough. They're all fair comments. Luton want it more. They have done first half, that's for certain. I like the sub. There's more time. There we go.
I'm just peed off with that first half performance, Billy. There's nothing great to say. We haven't. I mean, there was times where we did get going a little bit. We played some decent football. We started to look like we were getting on top in the game. But as soon as we started to look on top, they then go and score. And it's an awful goal to concede from a corner like that. A simple flick on, and the marking at the back post just isn't there. And, questions will be asked for the 3 players around that ball there. You look at Cher, Miley, and of course, Trippier, and think. But Trippier has been guilty many times this season, Billy, of just not switched on at the back post. We've seen it.
It's not just this season. It was last season. It happened the season when he first came. I remember a game against Watford where he was watching all the play from the far post and allowed Pedro to get in and score. Yeah, it's not been great defensively in that corner. They all switched off, and Luton put the ball in. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean we're making Luton. Yama says I didn't know we were playing Real Madrid. Honestly, it's just not good enough. Shana says Wilson should have scored that header.
He should have.
I mean, from that range, you shouldn't be heading it straight at the keeper from the 6-yard box. No way. I mean, he's got a clear view of where the keeper is as well, Billy. It's not like he didn't know where the keeper was. Just put it either side. And of course, if we go 1 up at that stage, this game may be very different. But how many times have we said that about players missing chances to have an impact on the scoreline early doors, and then it's all history because we go and mess things up. Deep into snow, thank you for your super chat. He says players too casual. They need competition. Almiron playing like it's a training session.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. He's hardly been in the game at all, has he, Almiron? And when he has been, he's been poor.
Well, that opportunity he had in the first half said it all, Billy. He got the ball. There's nobody around him. Holds onto it way too long and then blasted over the bar. No idea what he was doing. And I would like to see Livramento on for Miggy because Livramento can cross a ball. With a depleted team, never have I seen so much poor comments, especially the ones wanting Eddie out. Disgraceful. We haven't got a depleted team. You look at that first 11 out there and tell me that's depleted. It's probably, you've got, fair enough, Nick Pope's not there, but you've got the same back 4. You've got a midfield now of Bruno and Longstaff. You've got Gordon, you've got Miggy, you've got Isak and Wilson all on the pitch. So it's not depleted.
I'm actually amazed he took Morley off instead of Longstaff. I think Longstaff's been bloody awful.
It's been terrible. Yeah. There's a point from Dom. Why did Miley come off before Longstaff? Shocking choice. Because I'll tell you why. Because Longstaff is further up the pecking order than Miley. Whether you like that or not, that is fact. And again, you have to question that. If he says he took him off tactically, for tactics, Billy, it's the wrong move. If he's injured, fair enough. But if he's not injured, then questions might have to be asked, Billy.
I agree. I totally agree. And I've been critical of this kind of non-rotation of players and playing the same players week in, week out with the injuries, not swapping, bringing youngsters in, for instance, as James said last night, for weeks and weeks on end now. You can't keep going for the same bloody war, can you? You can't do it. And I keep saying it, and he keeps doing it and expecting the same thing. The same thing keeps happening away from home. You keep doing the same thing, and the same thing keeps happening. You got to ask questions. You really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, deep into snow. Thank you for another super chat. He says Eddie needs to be brave. Tino on for Trips for an attacking threat. Well, I don't think actually Trippier's played too badly. I mean, yes, you can question the first goal about where all the marking was, but you can also say that he's done quite well with his passing and his touches. Trippier's not the problem today.
No, it's not.
Nowhere near the problem.
No,
Again, we haven't taken chances when we've had them. You look at Callum Wilson, should have scored. Miggy should have done much better in the space he's had. It's just not been there at all. And we've had to rely on the crossbar and a good save from Dubravka not to be further behind than we already are. I mean, it's not great, guys. It's not. We seem happy to press less and sit back even against weaker teams. This is unbelievable.
Away from home, yes, indeed. It's just the away from home tactic. It's simple as that. We don't press away from home.
Niall said he thinks it's Miley that let him go, not Trippier. I did say Miley.
There's two or three of them involved, isn't there?
Yeah. Trippier can also see the whole area though, but they should have all closed off that far post for me, but they didn't. They allowed way too much space. Joe Litton, been a member for a month. Thank you, mate. He says a win is minimum today. No excuses. Luton are not a good team. We have a good enough side there to beat them. Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. This is not, this is not an 11 made up of rubbish. This is a strong 11 we've got on that pitch right now, on paper, but not playing like it.
We need to up the intensity if we can. I mean, I don't think we can, but that's what we have to do to match Luton. At least match up with Desire.
Yeah.
We've got the better footballers. If we can match their intensity, we'll win the game.
Absolutely, they've wanted it way more than us so far today, and that's a sad state of affairs, to be honest.
Indeed.
Big Tank, thank you for your super chat. He says Miley forgot to mark on that goal. Maybe that's why he was taken off. Plus, I see more of a 4-2-3-1, but I've been unsure. Don't like the first half. Well, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1. I mean, it's by the by. Nearly 2,300 watching. Thank you so much for your support, guys, and joining us on this Saturday afternoon just before Christmas. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner, click the logo and then click subscribe. Come and be part of this incredible community on the Toon Review. But everybody in here today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for us because it is very, very important we keep the likes coming in. Sledge UK says, I've been a big fan and defender of Miggy, but a squad player at best. Peter says we're missing Joe Linton badly and Miley just switched off for the goal, but two people shouldn't have been beat for the header to get there, but Miley will learn a lesson from that. Yeah, he will. I love Miggy, but I think we need to ship him off for a good retirement in Saudi. I'm grateful for everything he's done, but not down to form, low confidence. Nobody is taking charge. Miggy cutback, curl back corner. That's all he is. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that is all he is. I want to see him score. I want to see him score, and we need him to score. We need him to be better. Niall has been a member for 6 months. Great commentary, lads. This is shocking. Miley let him go for the goal, so not Trippier's fault. Absolute shit show, says Wayne. Embarrassing. Stato is out today with family for Christmas, so I don't think he'll be liking his comments from the preview so far. But look, there's still another 45 to go yet. Let's just put it in perspective. We've got 45 minutes to turn this around.
We have.
Louis says exactly, not taking charge, no confidence, no leadership. It's awful to watch. Keith says this is Luton FFS. We should be comfortably beating teams like this. We want to be a part of the Big Six, not playing like that. We're not. And I mean, it's not like we've given it a go, Billy, and we're losing 1-0. We just haven't been at it again. And this away form needs to be addressed.
There's definitely a crisis in confidence away from home. There's no doubt about it. But that's kind of the way that Eddie Howe sets us up away from home. There's no press. There's no press whatsoever. There's been no intensity today. There's been no desire, urgency, heart, any of those things. They're not performing for the shirt today. I'm going to be critical because that's what we're watching. They've been very poor first half.
There's no positives to talk about. Really.
They've been outworked by a side that's come up from the Championship, and Luton are deservedly ahead. It's as simple and straightforward as that.
Yeah. Ed says depleted team, question marks. Exactly. We haven't got a depleted team on that pitch right now. Deep into snow, thank you for another super chat. He says, when Joe Linton and Willock are back, Longstaff needs benching. He's a passenger in that midfield. He hasn't done well at all. And I didn't like his attitude when he was played down the line and then just went toe-to-toe with Barkley and just fell over. I mean, Rob Foreman says, Miggy has been off today and the last few games, but who else can we play there? Livermendo.
You could have played Livermendo there, couldn't he?
Or even Lewis Hall, if he you know, he's put another left footer there. See what Lewis Hall can do. See what somebody else can do. Miggy is not the answer at the minute. We always struggle against the bottom sides, or we walk away with it not losing. Hope today. Yep. Mohabi says depleted against Luton Town. Exactly. Bruce players playing the Bruce way. They have reverted to type, clear out needed, get rid of the players, and don't want to play forward-thinking football. Longstaff should have been taken off, not Miley. I think that's going to be the big one, Billy. If Miley hasn't been taken off for injury, again, player favoritism is exactly that for me.
He may be trying to minimise his kind of burnout chances, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if he was fit enough to start the game, you know, and he didn't look tired at all, you know, I would have took Longstaff off personally. I think Longstaff's had a really poor first half, whereas Miley, he has made it a kind of part of a mistake for the goal. But in general, play has been pretty good, Miley. So I would have kept him.
He has indeed. Ian Chilvers, member for 11 months, has done with Miggy, swapping for Tino. Isak looks a bit better, to be fair. Yeah, he's looked lively, very lively.
Yeah, he does.
Hyperball, thank you for your super chat. It's a waste of time finger pointing for the goal. I'm confident the second half will be better. Luton will tire.
And Newcastle won't?
That's the question, isn't it? Will we tire? But hopefully not. Anyway, the players are back on the pitch.
Are they indeed?
Yes, they are. I'm currently looking at Isak. I'll put the scoreboard back on there. There we go. Luton haven't come out for the second half yet. So Eddie sent the lads out very, very early. Just seeing Luton Town coming out now for the second half. And you know what it is? This is a big second half coming up for Newcastle United right now. Because
it is. Give me 2 minutes, Paul.
Yeah, no bother, buddy. A very, very big second half coming up. And we've got to be at it. We simply have to be at it. And so far, we haven't. And Luton will be very, very confident going into this second half. You can guarantee that. They'll be bouncing in this second half. But I think it's very important. If we try and get an early goal, that could make all the difference for us. Luton are making a change. Number 26 coming on. I'm not sure who that is. We haven't Giles coming on. So Luton have made a chat. I presume that's due to injury. He's having a chat with his manager there just before taking the field. And we just have to show more intensity. You know, that's what when we're very good. We are very good when we play with the intensity. As we're about to kick off the second half, Luton will play from right to left. Newcastle will be attacking their own fans as the game is underway. And Luton immediately coming down the right-hand side. And he manages to stop that. It's a throw to Newcastle, which Dan Byrne will get on with. So Rob Edwards will have had a good chat with his team. Just tell them probably not to panic. Just stay strong. But they're coming on the edge of the box here. Played out wide now to Andros Townsend. Townsend gets to the byline past Dan Byrne. He crosses in. It's way too deep, and Trippier volleys it away. Miggy gives chase. He's not going to get there, though. Good work by Sean Longstaff. But again, now Bruno. Now to Isak. Isak on this right-hand side. He's got two Luton players to deal with. 3 Luton players to deal with. Throw it to Newcastle. Deep into snow. Thank you for another super chat. Says, I want Eddie to be the long-term coach like Fergie was, but he needs to learn to adapt or he won't survive. Stop playing your favourites and mix it up. Well, that's him told. But Billy, I think it's really imperative we try and get the early equalizer here, because the longer this goes on, the more frustration kicks in again.
Yeah, frustration and the chance of hitting the break as well. As there's lots of equations that come into it. The earlier we get into it, the quicker we can get on the front foot and we'll go to win the game.
Yeah. Hells makes a good point, though. Luton this season are renowned for falling apart in the second half. So let's just hope that's the case again today.
Well, let's hope so. But I'm kind of worried about the fact that we can't last 90 minutes in a minute.
Luton coming forward again, driving through the midfield with Townsend to Ross Barkley, who's been their spark. There's no doubt about it. He has certainly been the engine room for Luton this afternoon, Billy.
Yeah, they've made a change, haven't they? Looks like
they have.
Giles is on.
Giles has come on, yep. And that's going to be a goal kick to Newcastle, slightly overhit. So I'm not sure. It was probably down to injury, I would suspect, Billy.
Doughty.
Yeah.
He was one that was on his haunches for that corner, remember?
Yeah, which he scored from.
Yeah.
Michael Bursch says Eddie out and Billy in.
Wow. Dear me.
Now, what I didn't like there was, Billy, we've got two strikers on the pitch and not one of them decided to challenge for that header there from the goal kick. Yeah. That's not good enough.
No, they're in trouble.
Yeah, we've got a goal kick here. Trippier won the ball there. Jack says Joe Linton is a big miss. We have no brute winning the ball and bullying the midfield.
But Joe Linton and Willock. Willock's a massive miss. The energy he gives us as
Willock's a huge miss to this team.
Burnley have taken the lead at Craven Cottage.
So there's some Newcastle fans there. They're not looking happy at all. It's a long way to go, Luton, on a Saturday before Christmas. Ali Bayo does brilliantly to get past Share. Now across to the other side. Big chance, Luton in the penalty area again. Shot comes in. They've hit the bar again. My goodness me. That could have gone. I mean, it's Irwin this time.
Brown.
Thrashes. It's Irwin, Billy.
Brown.
Oh, yes, it is Brown. Sorry. I'll get me caught. I mean, he shouldn't have got us. I mean, really?
We're not learning our lessons, have we?
What the hell are we doing there?
We're not learning our lessons at all.
Wow.
We're at 40% today, and that's been kind.
That's very kind. Very generous at 40, Billy. I mean, Luton should have been 4 goals up now. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They've hit the bar twice. Dubravka's made, 2 saves, really, because he did make a save down to his right in the first half as well. I mean, who was that to?
Really poor.
Long ball to absolutely nobody. The keeper's completely shanked that, though.
Lack of ideas.
Again, look at them standing off.
Jogging, walking. This is...
Gordon and Bruno there just watching them. That's not good enough, Billy.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not. It certainly isn't.
We were expecting a response at the start of this second half, and the only response we've had is it's the same frigging crap. Dear me.
That's Douch on the other side. It looks like...
12 went off, Billy, whoever number 12 is.
Right.
It might have been Hill, I think, went off.
Lord knows.
And Miggy, get up, man. There was nothing.
Oh.
He's holding his elbow, and Kieran Trippier's gone down now and has got a free kick.
Just get Miggy off, for Christ's sake. He's a waste of a space today.
He's absolute. There's just no point. I mean, he's hurt his arm. It's not broken because he's moving it. Get on with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that challenge, Billy.
It's good defending. Giles
came back. He's gone toe-to-toe with Miggy. He's just been so... Miggy's gone down far too easy there.
Yeah.
And because he flung himself to the floor, he injured himself. That's terrible from Isak. Bloody hell. Put Botman under real pressure there, but Sven did really well to keep composed there. But what are we doing?
I don't know. There's just no... The ball should have gone straight out to Gordon.
Wilson, that's a lovely ball. Now can Miggy... Oh, come on, Miggy, man! You've got to be better than that! So weak!
Yeah.
Here's Longstaff now. Trippier, he will put the ball in the box, but it's not a great ball, but we do get a corner. And the fans behind the goal urging the team on as Giles puts it behind. But that was so weak again from Miggy, Billy. Just not challenging. He could have been in there.
He should have been in there. You know, it was a great ball into him. All that's to do was be a bit stronger, have the urgency and desire.
Yep. Short corner. Nicely worked this by Newcastle. Bruno! Oh, he's missed the target.
Ooh, should do better there, shouldn't he? He knows it as well.
Oh, he certainly does. There's nobody marking him. It's right on the edge of the 18-yard box. He can pick his spot, and he's 4 yards wide, Billy.
Trying to curve it, isn't he, rather than blast it? If he'd have blasted, that's a goal.
It's a dreadful finish, though. He's better than that.
Much better. Everton have pulled one back at White Hart Lane, Tottenham Stadium.
Oh, great. We're full of good news this afternoon, aren't we? Bloody hell. Wow. We've got to convert chances like that. We really do. I mean, it was a very well worked corner, to be honest, Billy. It was superbly worked.
It was a fantastically worked corner, one from the training ground. Created space for Bruno to shoot, and the shot was god awful.
Well, god awful, yep.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the Everton goal. We win again here.
Yeah, Trippier, the byline, brings it across, and it's into the side netting. And I think we've got another corner. We are starting to get going here, Billy.
Yes, we are.
We're asking a few questions here.
Great running from Trippier. Great crossing. It's good defending, actually. I'm not sure that's a corner.
It is a corner indeed.
It is a corner, but I'm not sure it is one.
No, I think he's giving a goal kick, Billy.
Yeah.
I'm on 52-48.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And that's flicked on again by Brown, but good interception by Trippier. Plays it forward. Luton just having to soak up a bit of Newcastle United pressure here, but now they could break down the right-hand side because Dan Burn is way out of position. What's he doing all across there? Here comes Luton now. Andros Townsend swings back onto his left foot, plays it inside, edge of the box. What a little spin that was. A little bit of Brazilian magic there. As Luton now ask questions of us again. Good work by Dan Burn, though, to win the ball back. Bruno trying to break out. He's hauled back a little bit.
Great ball.
But he's done really well to get Anthony Gordon away now down the left-hand side. And Gordon wins. I thought Gordon would have thrown it to Newcastle there, but he looks out of it, Gordon. He just can't get going.
No, he's not fit. He's not fit. 100% not fit. The Everton goal's been wiped out, by the way.
What a shame.
Forest won, Bournemouth won at the City Ground. Dominic Solanke with a Bournemouth goal.
Wow. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner, guys. Come and join the fantastic community that we have on here. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. And Sven Botman's totally sliced it out for a throw into Luton. That's rustiness if ever I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Gates had to equalise to Oldham. One apiece there.
Well, still here. We're coming towards 55 minutes, and Luton are still a goal ahead here. Wilson doing some pressing, but launched away by the goalkeeper. Brown gives chase on Fabian Schär here, and Brown goes down.
He did get a shove.
He did, but I think it was kind of the old-fashioned defensive shove, that, Billy. Shoulder to shoulder. I think he's just stronger there. He tells him to get up. Fez says we missed out on Diaby and Kudos and spent £30 million on the fifth best player. Yeah, just overhit. Fifth best player in a relegation side who can only play on the left. Effing pathetic. How much the club staff defend Miggy? He's got 0 IQ. Yeah, look, I've said it a million times. Burns come across and won the ball, but that means they've got a spare player over. Ross Barkley, just held on the ball too long there. But again, Burn caught out, massively caught out. Bruno brings it away. And, well, Barkley's won it back, but somehow Bruno's got a free kick and Barkley's getting booked. And I think that's more for dissent.
I think so, but he was pulling his shirt as well and then tackled from behind. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Referee confirming that's what he's been booked for.
Complete.
But I think that was poor from Barkley, to be honest, going forward, because he had a man on the right-hand side. Burn comes in there for a sliding tackle. And then, if he played it out to the right, they had a spare man over. And he didn't. He just got himself muddled up on the edge of the box, which is unusual because Barkley's been their kind of inspiration so far this afternoon.
Yeah, even him getting booked there, it was desire, wasn't it, to get to the ball? It was
Yep.
You know, there's something with he's been accused of not having in the past. And
Indeed.
this
Trippier
season
plays
when
it
I've
down the
seen him-
line looking for Isak, but again, Isak is held off, and Luton managed to clear the ball. Long ball forward to Adebayo again, and he chests it down but can't control it, and that's going to be a throw to Newcastle. Trippier gets on with it quickly to Longstaff. Longstaff, that's awful, man. I mean, it was a rotten pass to Miggy. Miggy's control was terrible, and Luton just win the ball back. It's just got to be so much better than this. It has to be. Good work there by Dan Byrne. Gordon now inside to Bruno. Bruno now plays it back to Shea, who in turn goes across to Botman. Newcastle just looking to get a bit of possession and foothold here. Isak comes all the way back to the halfway line to get a touch of the ball. And Luton pressing us back here. And dear me. Well, Botman now just outside his own penalty area to Bruno. It does go back to Dubravka. And that's the way things have gone, Billy. We were in their final third of the field there. And, Trippier, that's not great.
Well, we got away with it, though.
Yeah, we have. Here's Wilson. Down to Bruno now. Bruno looking for a through ball. Finds it. It's overhit slightly for Wilson. He's not going to get to that. Cleared again. Almiron now brings the ball down. Sorry, Trippier brings it down brilliantly. Lovely bit of play of that. Now Longstaff. Trippier on the overlap. Longstaff goes on another one. That's a poor ball by Trippier, but he gets it back. Not a great clearance. Inside now to Bruno. Bruno plays it in looking for Isak, but again, doesn't find a Newcastle boot. And that's a foul and a free kick to Luton. Oh, dear.
They're looking pretty comfortable, Luton, unfortunately, for me to say.
Yeah, I mean, they are sitting deep, Billy, but when we come to make that clinical pass, we're just not finding a Newcastle boot, are we?
No.
Anyway, Luton have the ball in the middle of the field. I mean, it's just, Bruno's has been totally swiped. Well, we're going to make a tackle on this guy. I mean, bloody hell, how far are we letting him run? I've lost my stream just as that happened, but I've got it back. What a run that was. Botman backed off, and eventually tries a shot. It's way off target, but again, wow. I mean, wow. It's not exactly convincing stuff, that. As Dubravka now looks around, see what he wants to do with this goal kick. Rebecca Taylor says, we need to get it together. Whew. That's an understatement, Rebecca. Isak's lost the ball now on the left-hand side. Played all the way back to the goalkeeper, who slices it out for a throw into Newcastle midway through Luton's half. Oh, it hasn't gone out for a throw. It's come back with snow on it. Bruno now. Good strength by Bruno. Holds off Ross Barkley. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Again, it's cleared by Luton Town. The final ball's just not good enough, Billy. The killer pass isn't there.
Yeah, Bruno's trying to play the impossible pass. I don't know about killer passes.
Yeah. And that's based on frustration as well, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean,
100%. Yes, 100%.
And that's what we were saying. The more we continue to stay at this score, the more frustrated we're going to be.
Yeah.
Trippier takes a throw in now to Bruno. Shea, right back in our own half. Long ball by Fabian Shea. Wilson, nice little turn. Isak goes after it, but again, Luton Town defend it really well. And dear me. I mean...
This is really poor foul. I've got to say, it's a really poor quality game, and this is suiting Luton. Of course, it is.
Gordon now driving forward in the middle of the park into Luton's half. Keeps going, looking for somebody to make a run. Isak did make a run, but he's found Almiron now. Almiron tries to play it. Isak! It's 1-1!
Oh,
Alexander!
Offside.
Yeah.
Well, VAR got a look at it.
VAR will have a look at it, of course. Isak's convinced he's onside here because it did hit a Luton player, but whether he was offside when the actual ball was played in, Billy, that's the main thing here.
Yeah.
Ooh. He is. You can see his left arm.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, he's offside, Billy.
His left arm don't count, Paul. You can't score with your left arm.
I know, but is it not still offside, though?
No. The arm doesn't count as offside.
Oh, well, if that's the case, he's onside. That should be a goal.
This is what I'm thinking. Yeah, you can't score with your arm, can you? So it's not, it's...
Yeah. VAR are having a look at it now. This is close. This is close.
This is as tight as you get. Why the linesman's flagging for, I don't know. You're supposed to not flag in them situations. But still. I think he's on there. I think
he is, Billy. I think this is
a
goal.
I think the 29's right legs is behind Isak's.
I mean, we haven't seen the lines yet, so we're not sure what the hell he's doing. But I think
mean,
this should be. This is a goal, Billy.
If the 29 didn't have legs that you could drive a pig through, it probably would have been offside. But look how bandy he is, Christ.
Yeah.
But that right leg, his knees ahead of Isaac's, I'm sure it is. The angle ain't right there. You've got to get it straight with it before you get the lines out. That's not straight.
I mean, surely they've got to give the benefit of the doubt to the striker, Billy.
No, there's no benefit of that, is there? It's the lines. It's meant to be kind of to the 10th.
He's onside there, Billy. That looks onside to me.
I think he's on. His arm doesn't count. No, offside.
Oh, it's offside.
But
wow.
I don't know how you can draw lines when you're 10 yards this way, I've got to say.
Wow. Oh, I tell you what, I think we've been robbed there, Billy. I think we've been robbed. There's not enough there to overturn that decision, Billy. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Mark Neighbour, thank you for your super chat. He says, City, Arsenal, Liverpool all struggled at Luton. This was not going to be easy. However, giving 100% and not just expecting to turn up and win is different. Absolutely. 100% true with that comment.
Bournemouth 2-1 up at the City ground. Solanke with his second.
But if one thing, hopefully that will do, Billy, it'll give us a boost.
It was a great finish as well, wasn't it?
It was a fantastic finish. And Isak's probably looked our liveliest player since he's come on the field.
Outfield, certainly.
There's a Luton player gone down in the middle of the field here. I'm not sure what happened there. The referee has given a free kick. Right on the halfway line for Luton. I don't agree with that offside, Billy. I think we've been robbed of a goal there.
No.
Genuinely.
The lines are supposed to be kind of 100% right, aren't they? So,
well, I don't trust those lines at all. I trust what they use in Europe for offside. I don't trust what we use. Very, very weird how they drew their lines in there, considering the angle of the camera, Billy. Very weird. Oh. Here's Barkley for Luton, midway through the Newcastle United half. Good pressing by Longstaff, but Barkley gets away from him. He's still allowed to run with it. Barkley plays a little 1-2 with Townsend. Back out to the right-hand side now for Luton.
Making Longstaff look silly there.
Yeah, in comes the cross. Adebayo gets there, but it kind of hit the back of his head. He went in as strong as he could there on Fabian Schär. He's a handful, isn't he?
He's a big lad, isn't he? A big unit.
Yeah, it certainly is. But again, it's just so easy for Luton to get a cross in, Billy.
Yeah.
Too easy.
It really is. It's
a lot of the guys in the chat are saying he definitely wasn't offside there. I mean, I think that's harsh. I really do. But you could say, do we actually deserve a goal so far? Probably not. But here, that's not how football works. Here's Almiron. Back to Bruno. Adebayo comes across and challenges him.
Yeah,
Bruno does well to get it back.
Look at the desire and then look at the 11 there. Adebayo.
No, he's running all over the pitch, man.
That's what we're not doing. That's why they're winning the game.
That's a terrible ball by Dan Burnt down the line. Luton get it back. Townsend. Nice ball inside. And Luton come away with the ball. Gordon pressing.
I'd like to see some changes now. I'd like to see maybe a more attacking. That's brilliant play.
Oh, what a bit of play by Luton. Giles comes down the left-hand side now, running a Kieran Trippier. Sorry, he's running a Fabian Schär. Into the box he goes. Hits a shot. Dubravka palms it away.
What's that?
Newcastle absolutely shockingly get it away. Trippier, what's he doing? Deflected off Fabian Schär, and it'll go for a corner. What was Trippier doing there?
I'm not sure. That's just another brain fart, really. Lucky he got away with it.
Wow. He did get away with it. Lovely bit of play down the right-hand side from Luton. And Trippier's pelting back there. I mean, did Dubravka need to palm that away? Take it into his chest there. Surely that's not a shot he should be palming out, Billy.
You'd think so. You'd think he could have easily caught that.
And then,
and this is where they're dangerous from, isn't it? These corner kicks.
We need to.
I'd like to see more attacking. I'd like to see Burnoff and either Hall or Livramento on the left.
Yeah, well, Hall, Billy, just to cheer you up, Matt Ritchie's warming up.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I mean, he's not going to change it. We need pace on the pitch. In comes Luton's corner, headed away brilliantly by Sven Botman this time. Doherty will have a run at Miggy down the left-hand side. Almiron does really well there. Gets it to Trippier. Back along.
Defensive.
Almiron back to. I mean, we're getting penned in here.
Well, it's Longstaff dithering again, isn't it?
Yeah, flicked away by Longstaff, and it's into the penalty area again. Adebayo with Fabian Scher. Botman comes across. They almost collided there. We're at 6s and 7s all over the place here.
Gordon,
Townsend
not at the races
really
today at
well.
all.
Luton Town playing like bloody Brazil here.
We're making
Now Almiron plays it forward to Issa, to Wilson. Wilson, that's a foul, or looked a foul, but Luton have the ball anyway. Whipped into Adebayo, controls it, plays it out wide. Nice little touch by him. And a chance for Luton again. Now down this right-hand side into the penalty area they come. He's trying to go at the byline. Good strength by...
Does he give a corner?
Well, they've got a corner.
It didn't go out, did it? How
The referee has signalled a corner. Dubravka's not impressed with that at all. We're just seeing it again here now. He goes against Dan Byrne. Byrne, for me, does really well. Dubravka saves it, and then it rolls out a play, and the linesman gives a corner.
Oh, the linesman give a goal kick. Yeah, it is a goal kick.
Dubravka's tried to... What is going on here?
This ref's a twat.
Well,
2-0 to Burnley at Fulham, by the way. I recognise that ref now, and he was a dickhead last time he refereed us.
Well, he's a dickhead today as well.
I can't remember what his name is.
Long ball out by Fabian Scher, again to the left-hand side, asking a lot of Wilson, but he does get there. But he's ran it out to play Callum Wilson, then throws Brown to the... He's got to be careful, Callum, that he doesn't let his emotions get the better of him here. Here's Longstaff, dithering again, but manages to get it to Bruno. Bruno now 40 yards out. Rotten ball by Bruno, trying to find his side. That was terrible.
Yeah.
And he's not been at it today either. I mean, he had a good start to the game, on the ball a lot, but he's gone off it ever since we got to 4-4. Barkley again running at Botman. Botman does brilliantly well to win the ball back. Ooh. But then Barkley slides in, and it goes to Trippier.
Barkley's got to watch himself because he dived in there. If he'd have caught Botman, he'd been off.
Yeah, it was late, but he got the ball. Here's Fabian Scher for Newcastle United, bringing it out. If you've just joined us, it isn't great watching at the minute. It's still 1-0 to Luton. Inside now to Alexander Isak, who's looked Newcastle's brightest spark since he came on in the first half. Now, Bruno, round about 35 yards out, rolls it to Anthony Gordon. Burn goes on an overlap. Gordon can't get the crossing again.
Gordon off.
We need to change both sides, Billy. Gordon and Miggy need to come off the pitch.
Yeah, I agree.
Gordon's not fit. Miggy's just crap.
Sunderland 0, Coventry 2.
Wow. Well, my mother's got that game on in the next room, Billy.
There's always a silver lining.
Much it was quiet. Here's Bruno now. Outside to Sean Longstaff. Got a lot of space. Cross the ball. We've got two guys in the middle.
Well, we ain't because Isak's dropped deep. That's a good ball.
That's a good ball by Longstaff into Bruno. Again, he tries the shot, and then he's G'ing the Newcastle fans up. But you know what? It's all right doing that.
He should have squared that across goals.
Something to shout about.
Yeah, I think he should have squared that across the goal. He's got a man with a look.
Well, the angle's terrible. He's never going to score from that angle. Cross it in, and Wilson's looking for it. Wilson's screaming at him. Wilson is screaming at him there because he had a tap in there, Billy, if that was played across.
Mind you, he did have two men diving across him, so maybe the ball wouldn't have got to him anyway, but still.
Anyway, Trippier's going to take this corner for Newcastle United. In it comes. It's a deep one to the far post. Headed back across. Chance. We headed away by Luton. Comes to... Well, Miggy just had an air shot there. Townsend then takes away the ball and just... he wins the throw in as well. When your luck's not in, your luck's not in, Billy.
This ain't down to luck, Paul. This ain't down to luck.
It's not down to fatigue either. I'm not blaming fatigue for this, Billy. This is just... I'm not. You know, the football has been terrible from Newcastle today. And we simply haven't matched Luton's intensity so far. There's 20 minutes to go. We need to up the intensity, but we need to change something.
Yeah, I agree.
Bartley goes down.
Free kick to give away, that is.
Yep.
Yeah, whip both wingers off. Whip both wingers off. Okay, you're bringing on fullbacks to replace them, but at least they've got a bit of pace about them.
They've got a bit of
Gordon's
pace.
Not fit. Gordon is not fit. There's no way in God's earth he's anywhere near 100% fit.
No,
it was a mistake playing him from the start because he hasn't got the pace.
100% right, Billy. Ball played forward again from Luton Town. There's a player down injured with a head injury here. Or, well, it's not. It's his hip. He's given a free kick, I think, to Luton. He has. Brown was taken out there by, I think it was Trippier. Trippier got a knock to the head as well. But I mean, the thing is, Billy.
There's no foul there. It's just a clash of heads.
Both going for the ball. That's poor refereeing that. All Trippier did was go for the ball.
I think he stopped it for head injury. I don't think he's a free kick.
Well, I noticed he was pointing towards Dubravka. That's why I thought he'd given a free kick. So, oh dear, this is just a shit show. It really is.
Make some changes, Eddie Howe, for goodness sake. It's not good enough.
No, it's not.
What you're watching on the pitch isn't good enough. You can't be happy with it. Make some changes to try and change it.
I don't understand how Miggy's still on the pitch, Billy. I don't get it. Oh, Anthony Gordon's not fit for one, right? No. He's clearly not fit. Yet somehow this continuation of playing them all the time, it's not good enough. Botman now shoves a long ball out to the right-hand side, looking for the run of Trippier, but the keeper's off his line and grabs the ball very, very quickly. I mean, I don't know, Billy. I don't get why. You know, fair enough if he's got this thing about Lewis Hall. There's no reason or rhyme or reason why Livramento is not on the pitch now.
Anyway, some good news. Sunderland 0, Coventry 3.
Wow.
And some bad news. The referee's down in England. Of course it is.
Yeah, there you go. That's Newcastle's throw. Coming up to 17 minutes of normal time left. It is still Luton by a goal. But Luton, to be fair, should be out of sight, Billy. They've hit the post twice.
Yep.
You know, it's just, well, it's not been our day again. Please do subscribe. Oh, Luton barging the way through again. Doherty causing problems. And it's a goal kick. Nearly 2,400 watching, guys. Thank you so much for your support this afternoon. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you are new, click that bottom corner, the logo, click subscribe, and be part of our amazing community here on the Toon Review. Live shows every day, commentaries every match. You've got it all right here. That's terrible for Miggy. That is, I mean, there's no excuse for that, Billy. I mean, how many times do we have to say there's no excuse for it?
We try not to swear, but then you see that and you just can't help it. You'd make the bloody Pope swear. He would today.
Oh, Dubravka's just kicked it straight out of play. Wow.
Hell on earth, this is. Make some changes.
Why?
It's not hard.
No, it isn't hard, Billy. Luton are going to make changes.
Of course they are. You can guarantee there'll be a couple of defenders coming on here.
Townsend now has it deep in Newcastle's half. Luton playing this lovely first touch football. Barkley now plays it inside. Adebayo plays it. That's lovely football from Luton. We just can't get the ball at the minute. They're playing some lovely one-touch football here. And that looked like a foul, but the referee says no. Almiron now trying to break away for Newcastle. Almiron, what can he do with it? Breaks over the halfway line, going on a run, hanging onto it, plays it wide for Gordon, who's come to the right-hand side now. Finally across into the box. It's a good one, and it's cleared away for a corner.
That's better.
Finally, we put the ball in the box, and look what happens.
Yeah, well, Gordon comes to the right-hand side, so we can get across it. Of course, they're going to go down with an injury now to try and take the sting out of it.
I think he's actually the one. I think he's coming off, Billy. They are making the change. I think it's him that's injured.
Looks like they're bringing a schoolboy on. A very tall schoolboy.
He doesn't look very old, does he? It's Anderson. He is a defender, so it'll be interesting to see if they do. Yeah, he's coming off, Billy. He is injured, so it's the skipper Bell who's coming off. So like for like, defender coming on for defender.
I wonder if one end of the ground's named after him.
Wow. Christmas merriment from Billy Bob Coleman, everybody.
Never good to make a change at corner, though, is it, defensively?
No. It's not. But at the moment, it's not really, it's not exactly free-flowing football from Newcastle to test them at the minute. Less than 15 minutes to go. Still Newcastle are one down. And Trippier will take the corner. Botman had a header at the near post there, and it's a goal kick to Luton. I mean, that wasn't the best corner in the world, Billy. I mean, Botman had to literally get on the ground and backwards to head that.
Yeah, it was a poor corner.
It's just rotten, Billy. It's just garbage. Don't forget, guys, we will have the review of tonight's match tonight. It won't be tomorrow because obviously tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So we will be back again at 6 o'clock tonight for the match review. So make sure you join us for that literally about an hour and a bit after the match finishes. We will be live again at 6 for the match review. So please tune into that. And I have a feeling, Billy, this could be a very angry match review. Burns made an overlap, and we will get another corner. Good work, that from Dan Byrne.
It was a poor pass from Miggy there, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Forced Doherty to clear the ball out for a corner.
Forest 2, Bournemouth 2, Chris Wood.
Oh, dear God. That's typical, isn't it? Oh, dear. But the thing is, you know, we've got some of the best players we've got at the club on the pitch today. So there's no excuse. In comes a corner, much better one. Headed away, though, brilliantly. And then now comes to Almiron on the edge of the box. Plays it wide to Trippier again. Back to Almiron. Left foot ball into the box is an absolute shocker. And Luton bring it away again with Barkley. I mean, Ross Barkley has all the time in the world for Luton Town there. And they're on the break. Brilliant from Barkley, but the Luton Town now trying to get players up, but they're not going to commit too many. Ball swung into the box towards Adebayo. He's got a battle now with Dan Byrne. He's stronger than Byrne there, wins the ball, and Luton will take the throw in.
Wanted it more than Dan Byrne, didn't he?
Well, Billy, they've wanted the ball more than us the whole game so far.
Yep.
It's just been rotten.
It's still no changes. They've been changes. You know what? The subs have been warming up. They've been knackered when time to get on.
Yep. Luton are going to make another change, incidentally. Gordon's done. I mean, there's a cross coming in right under Dubravka's bar. He takes it well. And look, he's looking for an outlet. There's just nothing.
Nothing. So he bowls it. Yeah.
It's got to go to Dan Byrne, who spins back and gives it to Botman. Botman now brings it forward for Newcastle. Rolls it into the feet of Wilson. Wilson, nice touch back to Longstaff. Longstaff, lovely ball inside for Bruno. Bruno on, looking for the run of Wilson. Has he stayed on side? I think he has. Bruno takes the ball, fires it across. It's another corner to Newcastle. That's
better determination and desire from Bruno and Callum Wilson there.
And I think great play from Bruno there, Billy, because I think he knew that if Callum touched the ball, he would be offside. So he told Callum to get lost.
But he had the desire to run after it and chase it and get it himself, recover his own pass.
Fired the ball in as well, which
30 yards to himself there. It was mental.
Yep, absolutely. But good defending again from Luton, to be fair. In comes the corner again to the back post. That's a push by Fabian Schär, surely. I mean, that was as blatant as day you're ever going to see a push, but it's bouncing around in the penalty area. Comes loose to Gordon. It's deflected again. Can Trippier keep this in? No, it's cleared into the heavens for a throw in. We are asking questions. But are the questions going to be answered, Billy? That is the question. Well, Luton are making more changes here. I mean, what the hell is going on here? Luton are bringing on another 3 players.
Yeah. Fresh in the defence.
How is Anthony Gordon and Miggy Almiron still on the pitch? There's no excuse for this, Billy.
Well,
Livramento is indeed coming on. But the question is, who is he taking off for Livramento?
They're bringing another striker on. Morris is coming on.
Yeah.
And Panzu.
I mean, this is a big decision. Who comes off here, Billy?
Well, it's got to be Almiron for me. It'd probably be Byrne.
If it's Byrne, I'll go nuts, Billy, because we need more attack and prowess. Leave Byrne on. Take one of the wingers off. Gordon's not fit. Miggy's having a shocker. Do the proper thing.
Townsend's off, thank God. Well,
he's played all right today, Andros Townsend, Billy, to be fair. Scored the goal, but he's give them an outlet. You know, he may be getting on in years, but he's still got a wicked left foot.
Yeah.
Just seeing the goal again, I mean, Jesus.
Terrible defending.
And you know what I'm pleased about Townsend there? When he scored, he went running to the Luton fans and didn't even look at the Newcastle fans, which was really good. He didn't sort of rub it in, if you know what I mean. Well, Livramento's on the pitch, and it is Almiron who's gone off.
God for that. Been dreadful today.
Flicked on, headed and cleared away again by Luton. Livramento is under this, but he's pushed off the ball. A bit of head tennis going on here. Trippier Fires it across now to Sven Botman. 9 minutes of the game left. 9 minutes of normal time. And Luton are still holding on to this 1-0 lead at Kenilworth Road. Longstaff now to Trippier. Livramento makes the run. Trippier goes inside for Bruno. Bruno looks across, finds Botman. Botman now brings it forward. He's not hanging back. Botman into, well, I mean, it's back with the goalkeeper.
I think he's made this change too late for me. Way too late.
Of course it is. I mean, there's still time to get a goal. I mean, Lewis Hall isn't coming on. He's sitting back down with it fully kitted. He's not coming on at all.
No, and it doesn't make any sense that Anthony Gordon, at least 40% fit, at the most, 40% fit, still having to go in and try and trawl a lone furrow on that wing. But that's well played.
That's nice. That's nice football by Newcastle. Now Gordon has it on the left-hand side. Anthony Gordon brings it forward. Spins back onto his right foot. Plays a nice ball into Bruno. Bruno now from around 40 yards out. Shoot! Doesn't. Gives it to Trippier. Trippier's ball into the box is a good one. And, Cecilia, thank you very much for your 1,000 ARS, which is something in Argentina, Billy. Thank you so much for that. And it's my birthday, but the present is for you guys. Cheers from Argentina. Thank you very much. As Newcastle come forward again with Livramento, but again, not quick enough. Here's Bruno. Trippier tries to fire it across. Again, the deflections. I mean, it's all us at the minute, Billy, but you'd expect that now because we're the better side. Yeah, absolutely. Here's this Isak now, clips it across. Longstaff tries to take it on. Wilson tries a shot. It's blocked. It's still bouncing around. Longstaff has an effort. It's blocked. It's gone sky high into the air, dropping around. Luton try and clear it, and it does eventually fall to a Luton Town boot who belted away.
Yeah,
good defending. Newcastle have upped the ante here.
Good defending there. They were diving in front of anything there, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's desperate defending for Luton Town at the minute. But now they've got the ball. Trying to break out. Good work from Livramento to win the ball back. Botman steps in. Leaves it for Gordon. Anthony Gordon now. Less than 7 minutes to go, but we are asking serious questions of Luton Town here. I mean, that's something I never thought I'd say this afternoon, to be fair. Played out wide now to Kieran Trippier. Trippier back to Fabian Schär. Schär across to Sven Botman. Botman inside now to Bruno. Bruno turns, has a look to see what's available. Clips the ball forward. Good header away because Livramento was creeping in behind them. Barkley now. And Luton just anywhere will do for the little Kenilworth Road side. And Fabian Schär decides to go all the way back to Dubravka and restart. Restart again. And boy, oh boy.
No movement for him again, is there? It's having to go sideways and square and backwards.
And here comes Longstaff to Trippier, inside to Bruno. Bruno back to Fabian Schär now. Schär looking for someone, but again, there's just minimal movement for him. There's nothing. 84-17.
23 seconds ahead of you now.
Ahead?
Yeah. We're making a change, by the way, when you get there.
Yeah, Lewis Hall is on. I'm now on 84-53, Billy.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So Lewis Hall has come on. I believe that was for Anthony Gordon, Billy. No, it's not. Gordon's still on the pitch.
It's Dan Burn.
What? I mean, 5 minutes to go in the game, Billy. I don't see the point. I think he's got it wrong today, Eddie. Massively.
Hugely. He's been let down by his players as well, mind.
Well, absolutely, but 5 minutes to go.
Good. Yeah, changes have been way before now.
And all he's done is put him at left back, and he's had an injured Anthony Gordon on for the full game. There's no way. I don't care what Eddie Howe says. You can tell by Gordon's running. He's not fit. And Luton Town coming forward again here. Dangerous, cleared away. Barkley on the edge of the area, just wide. Dubravka was beaten again. And, well, look, I'm sorry. Luton have well deserved to win this game, Billy.
Yes, without a doubt. He didn't. He weren't getting that, was he?
They've had the better chances. They've hit the bar twice. They've just wanted it more than us today.
Yeah, and they played some decent stuff when they've had the ball as well. So you can't kind of criticise. You can't bemoan that we don't deserve to be losing, because we do. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, there's really very little positives we can take from this so far. I mean, it'd be a massive positive if we get a point out of it. Here is Hall for Newcastle. Back to Sven Botman. Botman brings it forward into the centre circle. Rolls it out wide to Kieran Trippier. Trippier bring it forward. Clips the ball forward. That's a good-looking ball towards Callum Wilson. Well defended. Drops to Longstaff. Here's Livramento. Trippier in support. Back to Bruno. Bruno has a look. Plays it wide again. This time to Livramento. Trippier goes on the overlap. Livramento this time puts a beautiful ball into the box, headed away, but it's actually a misheader and goes to the goalkeeper. And Wilson this time having and again, he's having a little chat with the goalkeeper. They've had a good battle this afternoon a couple of times, but it's all gone in the goalkeeper's favour though, Billy.
Well, Callum Wilson's played, this is his 5th game in kind of 10 days. It's something ridiculous like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
We know Callum Wilson doesn't operate under that kind of timescale. We know he doesn't. So why is it? Questions have got to be asked on that as well, in my opinion.
Nearly 2,500 watching, guys. Thank you very much for your company this afternoon. Please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner, and be part of an amazing community here on the Toon Review. But don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for us as well, so we stay up there in the search results on YouTube. We go live most days with all sorts of football shows. Come and be part of the community right here on the Toon Review. Thank you very much. As Luton now holding on to the ball. How's he got through there? He played for that free kick and the referee wasn't being taken in by it. Gordon pulled back, free kick to Luton.
Newcastle.
Well, that's got to be a yellow card. It is indeed. Kept a hold of the ball, stopped us from taking a free kick. What do you expect him up at? Dear me.
Looks like Raheem Sterling a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, very much so. He's took.
Referee taking his time to actually write it down.
It doesn't take long to write on the back of his card. He's given time to put his boot back on.
It took him 30 seconds to do that when he's got a 5-letter second name. Christ almighty.
Yeah. I think we're clutching at straws though, Billy.
Well, be interesting to see how much time they've added on. But
don't forget, guys, 6 o'clock tonight, about an hour after we finish. We are going live again with the match review. Here's Wilson down to the bottom and good defending. Goal kick to Luton. Wilson convinced he got a corner there, but no, as we go into the final minute of normal time. Don't forget, 6 o'clock, round about an hour after we finish tonight, me and Billy will be back again with the match review and player ratings. So please join us for that. I think it's going to be a little bit of a heated one, given this performance. And now Eddie's screaming from the sidelines, I'm sorry, mate, your changes have been wrong, haven't been right. And, well, what else can you say? The players have let him down. The players haven't been up for it. And it's been, the fact that we haven't scored against Luton Town, I think, is a disgrace, Billy.
It's been a disgraceful performance from minute 1 to minute 90.
Yep.
It really has. Look at this.
We are movement. The home form is just away form is just. I just don't get it. I just do not get it.
It's kind of worrying with the big FA Cup tie coming as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it is. Here's Isak all the way back in his own half to try and win the ball. He's looked by far the most player with a. He looks like he's got his hunger back, Billy.
We've got 7 minutes.
7 minutes of additional time. Wow, Livramento now. Isak again, lovely bit of skill. Plays a nice ball out wide now for Kieran Trippier. In comes the cross. Isak! Oh, it's bouncing around again and somehow ends up in the goalkeeper's arms. Wilson is furious. Wilson is claiming a penalty. He's absolutely furious that he was thrown to the floor there.
We'll see from this angle.
I'm not sure what VAR's saying in the referee's ear. In comes the cross from Trippier. Let's keep an eye on Wilson, Billy.
Yeah, there's nothing in that for me.
Nah, that's just good, strong defending. That's not a penalty.
It may have been obstruction in the olden days, but
I mean, he's just blocked. Wilson's pulling him as well. There's no penalty there. You know, we've got to be fair. We're clutching at straws, guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're clutching at straws. We have a right to clutch at straws. You know, the straws of all we've got to clutch at, guys, because it's been so bad. Oh dear.
What the friggin'
Brian, you don't have to be a bitch to, you know, say the performance was awful, but don't be a bitch. You can criticize. They deserve criticism today. We've been rotten. And, you know, the criticism is perfectly fine when the players haven't turned up, and they just haven't today. Luton Town have bossed us. And that's shocking to say. Here's a big chance on the edge of the box. Barkley. Oh, he's held it up. He's still got it. He's toying with us. Plays it out wide. Could have got a shot in a lot earlier there, but he didn't. He's got it back on the edge of the box. He's going to hit it with his left. It's over the bar. He's claiming a corner, but he's not going to get it. Can't get the ball off them, Billy. Off Luton Town.
We can't get the ball off Ross Barkley. He's been absolutely superb today for them.
Yeah, he's been really good. But like we said this in the preview, Billy, if we didn't match the intensity of Luton, they may not have the same quality of players as us. But if we don't match that intensity that Luton Town have, you know, we're not going to get anything. Bruno now brings it into the centre circle for Newcastle. Plays it out wide to Lewis Hall. Hall has Isak ahead of him. Here is Isak on the left-hand side now. Hall overlaps. Isak keeps the ball. Bruno in support. Man behind him. Nice play by Bruno to spin away from him. Bruno cutting it in the middle of the field now. Tried a very ambitious ball there. Ball bouncing around. Trippier's gone down. That looked a bit suspect, but it's cleared by Luton. I thought he was caught there, Trips, Billy.
Oh, 100% he was caught.
Well, he's got up. He's limping. Play's still going on. Botman has it now. Newcastle have pushed players forward. Botman brings it into the final third of the field. Wide for Longstaff. Longstaff's got Gordon in support here on the right-hand side. Gordon to Trippier. Trippier's first time ball to Longstaff. Longstaff gets the ball across. Cleared away. High into the sky again. Luton need to try and clear this. That was terrible from Luton. And now Bruno has it on the edge of the box. Oh, what was that?
That was awful.
Yeah, he tried to find Isak, but it was just terrible. And now Lewis Hall, and Hall's going to get booked for that, no doubt about it.
Well, let's have a look VAR. Look at the penalty decision first, because I mean,
well, yeah, Hall is booked.
He's getting booked something. It might not even be in play.
Yeah, I think VAR already looked at it, Billy. You just know, don't you? You do. I mean, I want to see that again because Trippier got hurt there, and it was a very late challenge. No, Lewis Hall is booked, Billy. No penalty incident. They're not even, well, I don't know whether they've looked at it.
He's still in his earpiece, so. Anyway.
No. Play goes on. No penalty. That's a terrible free kick for Luton. It's given possession right back to Newcastle. Less than 3 minutes of added time now. Luton still lead by a goal to nil. Fabian Schär brings it over the halfway line to Trippier. Trippier inside to Bruno. Bruno now launches one in the box. That's terrible. What is that?
He's been absolutely rotten today.
He's been terrible. Yeah. I mean, they all have, to be honest. You know, they've all been rotten. We haven't played well at all. And Eddie looks a worried man, and rightly so. We've been absolutely awful today. I mean, there's nothing much more we can say. And I just, you know, yes, the fans, I hope they clap them off and don't boo and things like that, but I don't want to see them jumping around like the word Spurs. You know, they don't deserve to have that ovation today, and the players need to know that. You know what I mean, Billy?
Yeah, 100%.
Just clap them off and then go home. Don't stand there singing songs and everything like that, because they don't deserve that today. These players need to know that they haven't been good enough. It's a goal kick to Newcastle. Less than 2 minutes now left in the game. Less than 2 minutes to go. And we've took a short one to Bruno. Longstaff now just outside of his own penalty area. Plays it forward into Livramento. Livramento is tackled. Yeah, Luton get the ball back. And there he goes, heading for the corner flag. Good defending by Lewis Hall. Throw it to Luton Town. Kenilworth Road is bouncing, and for obvious reasons. They've deserved it today. we haven't been with it at all. But it's a huge result for Luton Town at the bottom end of the table. Let's be honest. It's a terrible one for us, given how results. We had a chance to cement 6th place today going into Christmas. And I tell you something, Billy, we've never looked like a 6th place team at all today.
Absolutely not. This is the away form, it's relegation form. Let's be perfectly frank with it.
Well, it's awful.
There's only Sheffield United and Luton with the worst away record than us in the league. That's relegation form every day of the week.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for us, please. Let's see what we can get before the end of the stream as Luton have a corner. Eric, thanks for your super chat. He says, shocking and embarrassing. 4 losses in a row. Time to figure it out or accept we will finish in 10th. Hard to buy best players when we have no Europe. Keith, thank you for your super chat, mate. He arrived in Scotland earlier. Was excited for my first game at St James's Park against Nottingham Forest. Now I'm not so sure. Well, Keith, what you'll find is the home form is very different to the away form. Very, very different. John Adams has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, John. That is very, very kind. Thank you so much, my man. But Luton just have a string of corners here. The game's finished, Billy. The game's gone. We're not going to be able to get up the other end of the field now. The 7 minutes are up. And there is the final whistle. Newcastle United are beaten by Luton Town at Kenilworth Road by 1-0. And quite frankly, absolutely awful performance from Newcastle United. Deserved nothing from that game. Luton Town hit the bar twice. They could have scored even more. Dubravka made some good saves. But that is awful from Newcastle. And Billy, I mean, it's, we've got the review in an hour or so, but it's going to be a very, very heated review because that was awful. And you've got to say how you feel. There's a home truth's got to be said. And, it was just awful.
Well, I said how I felt in the review show and in the preview show, sorry. I saw this coming a mile away. It's as simple and straightforward as that. It was from someone looking in from the outside, you just saw a side who were determined to put something happy into the captain's heart. They lost tragically last week. Close-knit ground against a side who have no away form, who look devoid of confidence away from home. It seemed that when I've seen them play against the top side before, and I'm kind of calling us a top side as well, but they've never been devoid of effort and desire and heart. All of those things were going to be at play today. And they basically wanted it more than we do. And that's the bare bottom line of it. Their manager had their team well up for that today. And our manager didn't have ours up. And yeah, I'm afraid we've been outcoached, outplayed and totally outfought. And that's why they've come away with a win.
And again, Billy, the substitutions, it was clear that Gordon wasn't fit. Miggy was terrible. Yet, he brings Dan Burn off and puts Lewis Hall left back with 5 minutes to go in the game. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And we have every right as fans to ask questions as to, what went wrong today, pick the bones out of it and say some home truths because, look, the away form is garbage. We have no excuse today because I'm not having any of the, fatigue crap. That team should have been good enough to beat Luton Town, even at 80% fitness. Luton Town have bossed us today, Billy, and that's what's more embarrassing. The fact that they've bossed us.
Well, last season, they had the World Cup. It was 2 mini seasons, and so the intensity was able to be kind of carried on away from home. This season, with more games as well with the European Championship, European Champions League, no break in the middle of the season for the World Cup. We haven't been able to do it, and we've looked an absolute shadow of the side that we have been away from home. And yeah, the manager hasn't got a plan B, and he's tried a plan B today. It didn't work at all. I thought he panicked too early. I thought he took the wrong player off when he did it.
Well, I don't understand Miley coming off. Sean Longstaff was dreadful.
It's an embarrassing defeat, and it's an embarrassing performance from the team, and an embarrassing performance from the manager.
Miley actually looked okay today, Billy. I don't know why Miley. If Miley's not injured, Eddie Howe has serious questions to answer because Sean Longstaff was not with it today. Bruno was awful, but Miley looked the best of the midfield, and he takes him off. And again, you have to say, well, hang on a minute. He waits so long before he takes Miggy Almiron off. Why? You've got to ask these questions. Frosty Hammer says, disappointing today. Thank you for your super chat, mate. Christmas rest, Champions League push, New Year. That has been optimistic. Yep. Incredibly optimistic. Keith Truscott, who's been a member for 15 months, says at this rate, Sunderland are going to turn us over. Well, not the way Sunderland are playing either. They've been turned over emphatically by Coventry today. So we'll see what happens.
could be two bold men fighting over a comb, couldn't it, that game? Let's be honest.
Absolutely. But there you go. That is all done and dusted for the Matchday Live. Don't forget, 1 hour's time at 6 o'clock. Me and Billy will be back with the match review. It should be very interesting. It should be very heated. And listen, you know what me and Billy are like? We are not going to hold back after watching a dreadful performance like that. Chris Butcher, thank you for your super chat. Sorry, Paul, first time I've questioned Eddie. Not good enough, and I'm sorry Miggy needs replacing in January. You're not the only one. But there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your super chats and new memberships. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to Billy. But again, thank you to every single one of you for joining us. 2,500 watching today. Brilliant. And hopefully most of you will join us again at 6 o'clock for the match review. In the meantime, we'll see you soon. Take care, folks.
Come back and check out some green.